Hey, everybody, and welcome to a very open wild ride with Steve-O. We've got Ethan Klein of H3H3 fame, and I'm telling you, literally nothing was off limits with him. It's unbelievable how candid, how transparent, how vulnerable he is in this episode. And when it was all said and done, I asked him, did he want us to edit anything out? And he said, nope. Everything stays in. Everything about all the beefs. Everything about the legal situations. I mean, he just let it ride. So let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, people of the universe, I bring to you Ethan Klein. Yeah, dude.
Woo!
Good to see
Yeah,
you, brother.
dude. Nice to see you.
Yeah,
you
man.
look good. You're looking healthy. Loving the new tats.
Yeah. It's
And,
it's a good looking new tattoo that I have, and I haven't had any problems with appearing on any of my platforms with my new tattoo.
Right.
Yeah, it's great.
I assume that's ironic. You can't show a penis on YouTube, can you?
Or
Well,
Instagram.
Or you can't even post to Instagram.
I put a very very up close shot of my face on Instagram without issue.
Oh, really?
Go Instagram.
Okay. Let's go Zuckerberg. Pro
Yeah.
penis.
Yeah.
How much weight have you lost?
Probably close to 100 pounds.
Are you serious?
Yeah. At least 80. I stopped counting everything. Like, once I went over 250 at my biggest, I stopped counting. So I don't know how big I got.
Wow.
But I
for
know
you.
I'm down to like 175 now.
How'd you do it?
I just stopped eating.
Just stopped eating.
I know that sounds stupid, right? Because I've been trying to lose weight for so long, and I don't know. I've got 3 boys now, and I just feel like a ton of pressure to get healthy.
Wow.
But I've been trying to lose weight for so long. It's like one of the hardest. It's the hardest battle
For sure.
that I've ever been through,
For sure.
and yeah,
Especially like seeing yourself on camera every day, like, fuck, I'm fat.
Yeah.
dude.
People say it to me all the time, like, damn, dude, this
Nah,
guy
you-
got huge.
nah,
No,
But-
I'm,
but what
I'm up there.
nah. I was so much bigger than you.
What was your heaviest?
Yeah, well,
I
you just
stopped
said
counting
you
at
know.
You stopped
250.
counting at 250? Yeah, yeah.
But I used to look at pictures of myself now, and I'm even fatter than I thought I was because
For sure.
I just get used to it. And people would be like I had Bradley Martin on. He's like, "You're gonna die by 50." And I was like, "Come on."
Yeah.
But now looking back at it, I was like, "Oh shit, probably
Yeah. You never know.
it was bad." Yeah.
I wonder. I mean, I love Bradley Martin, but I wonder with his protocol. I mean,
He's gonna
doesn't-
kick it before I do. That's what I told him. That's what I tell all these gym rats because all these gym dudes hate me because I made some jokes about exercising. Do you know about this?
I don't, but I know that you've got a lot of pretty vibrant beefs.
Yes, that's a nice way to put it. I think the amount of vibrant beefs it's the tapestry of my life, and at this point, I'm trying to slow down on the beefs, but it's
Okay.
not happening.
How long
Okay.
ago was the Sneeko call out?
Sneeko.
Okay, wait. Let's talk about the gym stuff.
Yeah. So when I was big, I was making a joke about like, dude, you spend an hour on the treadmill every day, right? You do the math on that. That's like 365 hours a year,
Yep.
right? And then you divide that by 24. How many days we dealing with? Here on my phone, I'll do it for you right now. That's a significant amount of time walking. And my
Right.
thought was maybe you'll get a better return on just doing nothing. Because
Yeah.
instead of that 10 years walking, you could have been fucking playing Xbox.
I spend 40 minutes every single day meditating.
Dude, you could be playing Xbox.
Yeah, I should be.
Well,
Yeah, I should be.
Well, first of all, I was joking. And,
Right.
and then we ended up doing the calculations, and we figured out that it actually is worth the time, if I'm being serious. Because it ends up definitely giving you a lot more life
Right.
than you spend on the treadmill. I'm just crunching the numbers. I'm a numbers guy.
Well, right.
But
the,
so they clipped that, and they put it all over TikTok, and now all these gym rats think I like hate the gym or something. It's very odd.
Yeah,
Very
what is it?
bizarre.
Every hour you spend exercising adds like 3 minutes to your life.
That's kind of what we calculated, yeah.
Yeah. So
and you can
Unless you die of cancer, fucking, you know what I mean?
You can do all kinds.
Then you
of,
could have been playing Xbox. Sorry.
lots of productive things you can do while walking on a treadmill as well. So I
That's
think
true.
Multitasking is completely.
You could play Xbox
You
while on the
actually,
treadmill.
I have done that actually.
Yeah. All right. Man, so much to talk about. It's just exciting. But my first question is just that you live in this extravagant gated community, clearly a zone for the ultra wealthy, yet you don't have a cell service here.
I agree.
Why don't rich people in the most wealthy neighborhoods have strong cell service?
I agree. I thought there'd be a senator in here or someone to pull some strings and get a cell tower.
I
But,
couldn't even FaceTime my lady to brag about how I'm going to see my bromance dude.
Oh, we're bromancing?
Yeah. I mean, from when we first met, I described you as my new bromance.
You know, we had a wonderful. We did so many great stuff together when we
Yeah.
first connected. All
Yeah.
the YouTube videos where I cut your nuts off.
Yeah, for sure.
The first podcast you did with us, it went crazy.
Was that the
did it?
first
Wow.
podcast you guys did when you called out that kids
Oh,
for
that's
flinching
right.
in front of their parents? Or
Was that? I don't remember.
You
We
remember
talked
that
about so
video?
much. Yeah,
No, there was like a family of 5 or something. Like what is it? Like
yeah,
Daddy of 5.
Daddy of
That's what
5.
the YouTube one was about.
yeah. That one.
And you know, we cut our nuts off, man, and it's on YouTube, so we got away with it.
Right. Go YouTube.
yeah. How are these kids doing now with the Daddy of 5?
They're in jail, all of them.
All of them.
No, I don't. He's still doing it. I believe that.
A YouTube channel?
Who's controlling it? The TV.
That's
about
Isaac
Isaac?
up in the front.
So Isaac, I believe he created a new channel, not Daddy of 5, but Daddy of 4. He lost one to custody.
The Martin family.
It's dropping every year.
Yeah, weren't they like one of the biggest YouTube channels?
I wouldn't say that. He was pretty popular though.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that well. I remember it fondly. I remember how we made contact with each other. I just went down a rabbit hole of H3 YouTube videos. I was like, wow, this guy's great. He's like the internet police,
Yeah.
like busting fake prank people and just it was fantastic. So I sent you a tweet. Said, man, we're like, I love this guy. I'd love to get together with him. And right away I heard back from you, and we've been bros
yeah,
ever
bro.
since.
You answer that call when Steve-O
Oh
reaches
man,
out.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And
And we've been through a lot too. For example, you blocked me on social media.
did I?
Yes, you did, Steve-O.
What?
That's right.
I don't remember actually blocking
You
you, but
blocked me.
I remember being
Because and
I remember being butthurt by you. I don't remember blocking you, but
I
I'm
know
sure
why.
that sounds right.
But was it because when you FaceTime somebody and Ethan didn't pick up?
No, it had to have been something.
No,
That's
I know
it?
what it was.
Wait, who was it?
I mean, we can cut it out if you guys don't want to talk about
I'm
it. But
here for
you
it.
were at Keemstar's house and you're like, let me settle the beef, and you FaceTime Ethan, and like I think you got pissed.
I don't think I would have cared
Yeah, I don't.
about
I mean,
that.
it certainly.
But I
wasn't a
remember
malicious
what you
thing.
told me at the time, because I was thinking like, oh, I should reach out to Steve-O, and I was going to Instagram, and it's like not found.
Wow.
And I was like, yo, what's happened to Steve-O? Is he not on Instagram? They're like, no, he's here. I'm like, oh shit, I'm blocked. So I texted.
So what was it for?
So I texted you, and you're like, we used to text, and I didn't heart your fucking text. I swear to God.
That
You're
checks
like,
out.
You kept me hanging, and which I get.
Maybe
And I-
it was like over and over and over, and I was like, oh, well, if he's not my bro, then he's not my bro.
Yeah. You're like, if you read it, leave a heart, right? And since
wow.
then, by the way, I have changed my texting etiquette. I'm dropping hearts. You might have noticed I dropped one right now.
Dude, that's amazing.
I'm dropping thumbs ups.
Yeah,
It's-
like it's really tragic, like how sensitive I can be.
We all can be so sensitive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, Steve will drop a heart when you ask him a question. He won't even answer it.
Love that. Yeah. That's a meaningless heart at that
No,
point.
no, no,
right?
no, no, no. If it's a question, presumably a yes or no question, then the heart means
No,
yes.
You guys can confirm.
Oh,
we'll,
yeah.
we'll ask you like, hey, either option A or option B, and you're just like heart.
Thumbs up.
Oh, that's an empty heart.
Yeah,
You're
it's
just
an empty
dropping
heart.
hearts on anything.
Yeah. Well.
Damn.
Yeah. So
You should block him.
So you.
But we made up.
We did.
And
We did.
and I was very sorry that
we made up in spectacular fashion.
we did. I'm very happy that we did.
From the bottom of my heart, I'm extremely happy about that as well. And I'm also extremely happy about my butthole and how clean it is, how good it feels, thanks to my bidets from HelloTushy.com. If you're not into the bidet game, then it is time to jump on it. I'm telling you, HelloTushy.com is my favorite sponsor of the Wild Ride podcast. I've always said that because the feeling of just blasting your butthole with clean, fresh water is so satisfying, man. And I've just loved it since the first time I tried it. I will never go back, and neither will you. Plus, you can get 10% off your entire order if you go to HelloTushy.com and use the promo code STEVO. You just cannot beat it. Plus, with the Tushy Ace, it's got a remote control that heats the seat, it heats the water. I mean, it blows air on your butthole too. It's just unbelievable, man. I'm telling you, you have not pooped until you've pooped with bidets from Hello Tushy. So one more time, HelloTushy.com. Use the promo code STEVO for 10% off your order, and let's get back to it. You identify as being sensitive,
Yeah.
but you are embroiled in conflict all of the time.
I think personally I'm sensitive to like how the people around me feel about me, or but when it comes to talking to people on the internet that I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't care what they think. You know what I mean?
Right,
Because
okay.
they don't know me at all. So
Right.
if it's like my crew, my family, my friends, these are the people whose opinions I care about.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you do with like just negativity on the internet in general? Do you try to avoid looking at it?
So yes, there comes a point where I feel like in every creator's life cycle where you're like, when you start, you're like, comments, everyone's so supportive and it's so fun and I love the comments. And then as you get more popular, you pick up more detractors.
Yeah.
And I feel like every creator comes to a point where you need to decide, are you going to read all these comments and be like in permanent state of despair? Or are you going to cut it out and try to live a normal life? And I feel like it's almost like a firewall. Like a lot of creators don't get through it because they get caught up on all the negativity, which is inevitable for everybody. Doesn't matter who you are, right?
Yeah.
And so I see it as like a firewall, really. So I had to adjust. I went through a lot during that time when I was going through all that. I was like bitterly depressed, anxious. Things were tough.
Wait, when you were going through what?
There was just like a first cycle of like people.
Turning on you.
Yeah. Which now obviously I'm used to that.
Yeah, and if this is uncomfortable for you, then
talk about
like,
anything.
dude, you're the best.
Yeah.
Like if we were to look at a point where that happened, and I'm particularly interested because I reached a point where it's like I gotta just not look at negative stuff.
they're coming for
know?
you?
I mean, I don't know if they're coming for me, but
What do they say?
they criticize me for having promoted my merchandise too much. That I'm always trying to sell something. That like what else? I had a little run, a press run of like where there were some unfortunate interviews that I
Really?
did. Like
I didn't see those.
when you see negative stuff, when I see negative stuff, then I just kind of like, I don't know. I just find myself buying into it and
Yeah.
deciding that like I'm not likable. And
Here's one thing. No, you're not, dude. Everyone feels that. Here's one way I've rationalized it that I think makes sense. When you're with your friends, you can talk really brutally and over the top about other acquaintances or even other friends. You speak very harshly about them in the company of somebody else that you would never say to them and you would never want them to hear because it would harm them and you don't want that.
Right.
So these internet conversations are people having that type of conversation. You're not in the room with them. They don't see you in the room with them. So they have kind of this, it's kind of like say whatever you want as brutally as you want because they don't see you as in the room. Does that make sense? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
what you
I mean,
Plus-
I definitely know what you mean because, like, say if these people were to encounter me in person,
Yeah.
they would never. Say
Never.
this to me.
Everyone is always like as sweet as possible when I meet them in person.
Yeah.
And plus, they say horrible shit like, "Oh, Scott's the worst co-host in the world." I'm like, who said that? And then it's like his name is with no profile and it's ZZXX4. It's like it's not even your name. You're not even like real to me.
Right.
So, but you're allowed to say things about people.
I think
that-
we need their address.
that would be. I want to do kind of like a you know, when that guy goes into the house with the pedophiles and he's like, have a seat. I want to find the IP address of these people and then and then just like, have a seat. You said this to me on this. Like, you would never say that to me in person.
I have an anthrax hookup.
Are you allowed to talk about that online?
I'm just saying I might. I don't know.
I've taken
But-
the position that, like, when there's criticism of me with which I agree, that, like, it really affects me more and it inspires me to want to bring about, like, constructive change.
Well, that's good because at the end of the day, though, like amongst all the negativity, it's a shame because there is usually genuinely good, constructive
Yeah.
points that are being made
Right.
extraordinarily harshly. Sometimes people are measured and nice about their feedback.
Yeah.
And it's hard as a person with, who's a sensitive person with you know what I mean? That gets
Yeah.
wounded easily and defensive.
Yeah.
I find myself, I get defensive a lot. And that was part of my large hurdles to progress.
Yeah.
Is that if you could just extract that somehow, without just the
Right.
slime and the sewage.
I think I did. I think I did extract what was constructive. I identified what I really do want to address.
But is this like people hating on you, like criticism new just because of YouTube? Like when you were in the movies before YouTube even happened, like you never had haters, right? They just saw you on MTV. They couldn't comment. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, this is all just YouTube shit. And for you, like, you had a channel that you didn't know was going to blow up this big. So it's like,
Hell no.
but you didn't train
Yeah.
your whole life to be a journalist or whatever that is. So it's like, this is all just overwhelming. And it's like, fuck, this is out of my control. Like, this is bigger than I ever thought this could be.
That's another thing that you pointed on is that a lot of successful YouTubers are young kids and they get relatively overnight success. I mean, you could, like, Mike come up. Haktua girl, dude. How's she going to survive this, man? You're going to eat her alive. Nah, she'll be fine.
But yeah, sorry to cut you off. What were you
Yeah.
saying? These kids are relatively young.
But they're
and-
young. They don't, like you said, they don't have the tools to deal with this kind of thing. And it's not super gradual. It's like very fast level of success and money and attention and comments of all variety. And it's hard. It's not a lot of people can, like, come out of that unscathed.
Mm-hmm.
I think too that whatever age you become famous at is where you, like, emotionally stop growing. I've heard that.
Have you found that to be
I mean,
true?
I don't know. Like, I was 26 when Jackass
Are you there
came out,
still?
so,
Nah.
perhaps.
Well, you do have a penis on your forehead.
Yeah, that's true. that
I haven't
is-
found that to be true in my case, but it took a lot. Yeah. But now I find the best way to deal with stuff is, like, open. I don't avoid anything. I'll talk about anything. Anything I've fucked up, any embarrassing thing I've done, like, I don't, instead of, like, trying to avoid talking about it, it's like I'll talk about it anytime anybody wants to, and I'll just give my full, authentic, thoughts on it. Because a lot of the stuff I did was not good, was horrible,
Okay.
that people are mad at me.
like,
like-
a lot of stuff. What, just being critical and saying bad things about.
No, just saying, like, racial slurs and stuff like
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah, and yeah, just little light racial slurs. And on the podcast, which is funny at the time, iDubbbz, right?
iDubbbz.
I don't know what
Oh, really?
Nah.
can you look it up?
Well, anyway, he was
Mr.
on. He was back in the day. There was, like, edgy YouTube when our channel was popular.
This guy.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he had this phrase, which was the N word and the F word, like slurs for gay people
Yeah.
and black people combined. And I had him on the show, and I was like, "How can you say this? This is crazy." And I said the words instead of being like N word, F
Yeah.
word.
Okay.
And so that clip, I was like, I love saying N word, F word, and that's one of the clips that's haunted me forever because people go, but I obviously fucked myself by doing that, and I shouldn't have done that. And I think a lot of people too, like, if there's some black folks or gay folks in the audience, they might look at that and be like, he's too comfortable doing that. Makes me
Yeah.
uncomfortable, right? And so they're not wrong. Actually, they're not wrong.
I mean, that sounds like an identical situation to what Joe Rogan found himself in with that. There was like a whole montage of him.
Oh, I
saying
remember that. I remember that. And it was all super old, right?
Yeah, of course. Of
Yeah.
course.
And so, but for me, I like to engage with it and be like, that was fucked up,
Right.
There's really no excuse. And I think I understand better how, like, things that I see as completely trivial and silly can actually affect other people. Like, that I don't have access to their identity, like a black person or a gay person.
Right.
Or whatever ethnicity or whatever. That, like, because as a Jewish man, if I'm watching someone and they're just like, oh, you fucking Jew or whatever, like, you're like, I'm just kidding. But, to me, that's like, I don't like that. I don't like hearing that.
Yeah. It's man, when I think about like people being disparaging and hateful towards Jewish people, like it's hard for me to understand like what makes Jewish people different.
I don't know. And frankly, like, there's apparently cabals and secret meetings that I have not got the memo on those. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I grew up like a normal fucking dude to a middle class family.
I did not know that about Ethan, but I do know that regardless of your socioeconomic status, you should definitely check life insurance off your list to protect your family members and give them a safety net. And there is one very simple way to take all of the different insurance providers and get the absolute best price, and that way is called PolicyGenius.com. It is the country's leading online marketplace for getting life insurance, and they can get you set up for as little as $292 per year with a full $1 million worth of coverage. That's how good the deals can be. And if you go to PolicyGenius.com/Stevo, it gets even better. They've got the very best deals reserved for the family of the Wild Ride podcast, and that is you. So one more time, PolicyGenius.com/Stevo, and let's get back to it.
And we were just normal people. You know what I
Right.
mean? So I kind of don't understand the Jewish thing. Although, and then there's another aspect of it though, like, I was looking it up because I was curious. 10% of all billionaires are Jewish. Why does that happen? I have no fucking idea. I don't know why that happens.
10%?
Well,
Doesn't
and then
seem
like there's like a super high number of like Nobel laureates that are Jewish. And I don't know why that happens, but I have nothing to do with it. And neither is my dad or my mom or any of my siblings. You know what I mean? Like, there's just the conspiracy. I don't know where the conspiracy is. I'm sure there's some interesting sociological explorations you could do about the Jewish people. Like, they, I think, as a culture, put a lot of emphasis on education, on community, and such things. I know a lot of people say, like, back in the day, Christians weren't allowed to loan money, and so the Jews were the only ones allowed to be bankers, which was where some wealth started to accumulate. But I don't know. I'm sure there are interesting sociological answers to that. There are not, like, the protocols of Zion, you know?
All right.
But I don't know. What do you think? What's with the Jews?
I just don't know.
Go ahead, Theo.
What I want to know, tell me about the Greek theater.
It's great.
Your last podcast was broadcast. What was it actually streamed live?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. And the Greek theater. I mean, this is like there's a whole movie. Get me to the Greek.
Yeah.
It's an amphitheater. like what does it hold? Like 15,000 people?
No, not that much. 6,000.
Oh, 6,000.
Yeah,
Okay.
15. Yeah. But it was amazing. I mean, it's so nice to see
And
the turnout and that people actually, like, are real and that they care. And
Yeah.
that it's not all negativity out there. You know what I mean? Like, 6,000 people showed up to participate, and you're like, okay, well, it makes you feel good and it puts things in perspective,
and you have not done a podcast since then. It's been
Right, I'm on break.
10 days. How long's the break gonna be?
I'm back on Monday.
Back on Monday.
Yeah.
So this is the only dose of
Yeah,
Ethan Klein.
if you put it out soon, I think the people will enjoy it.
Oh, this is a big deal.
Well, I don't know if it won't go that far.
This is a big deal.
So do you have different merch at one of these live shows, or do you bring all the Teddy Fresh stuff?
We do both.
You do both.
We actually have you know what a sample sale is?
Yeah.
So we have tons of samples and extra clothes everywhere, and we bring all of it to these live shows and sell it at cost to all the fans. So
Is that an exercise in determining what's going to be the most popular?
no, it's just honestly
of
trying to
inventory.
like getting rid of like tons of inventory and also hooking up the people that like actually want it the most with the best prices. Because it's like we're not even profiting on that stuff. So we do that, and
Is that a Teddy Fresh? The shirt?
this is
I like that shirt.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You want one? What size are you?
I'm a quadruple X.
Are you for real?
No, XL.
I used to be 2XL.
XL.
XL?
Yeah.
You look good in an XL.
Thank you. I'm
I'll,
down for it.
I'll talk to you afterwards. Give me
Yeah.
your address. I'll send you shit. But yeah, and we make merch for each live show specifically.
Different
like a
merch,
shirt.
different shows.
Yeah, it's like podcast merch. So it's like a shirt and a poster. That's
Yeah.
it. Nothing fancy.
That's great. So the last time that man, I just caught myself. That's great. Like that. That sounded that.
What?
I don't know. I get in my head.
What, that you
Wait.
thought that was dismissive or
I
something?
thought it was dismissive. I
Yeah.
thought it sounded dismissive.
Well, you know, when you're hosting a podcast, for me, the biggest fear is dead air. And so I'm always trying to keep it moving.
Right. Okay.
Right? So you're like, okay, well, let's move on to something else. And I think
Yeah.
that can sometimes come off as dismissive.
Yeah. And I'm glad I caught that, and I'm glad that we discussed it.
Yeah, anything that comes up, I'd like to get it out in the open.
There we go.
If there's any dead air, I can just interject with, have you seen what's happening with Sketch lately?
Poor guy.
That's, what a shame.
The internet is so weird. You know, Sketch, I just found out about him. He's like this Twitch phenomenon.
These guys have been telling me about Sketch for a little while now.
Yeah, I was listening to his response yesterday, and he's just so genuine, and I was just like, oh, poor guy. Like, he's cute. I mean, it's like he was sincere, and it was the
Yeah.
whole, like, I mean, how can you hate the guy?
Can you help me understand before yesterday? I think that it was yesterday that this all came out. Like, what was he so huge as a streamer for doing?
He was just, everybody liked him, you know, what's up, brother? And he just kind of became a phenomenon. But-
He's like into sports, and I think he resonated a lot with the sports fans because he was
Sports like esports gaming.
no like actual like
Oh, actual
NFL and
sports,
stuff like
okay.
that.
Yeah,
Not-
all the
not-
NFL
yeah.
players love him. They all got his back. He's at the games.
Yeah, so he's just like a really funny, kind of goofy in a good way, you know what I mean, guy, young dude, and I think what people is endearing about him too is just like how he didn't try to become. He's like not someone who's like, I want to be famous and I want all this attention. He very much just like ended up like that just because of his personality, and I don't know what happened. Like someone leaked that he was doing OnlyFans videos.
Yeah, I think
previously?
somebody dug up his past and just dropped.
I thought he was a young guy. How old is
He's
he?
20.
So 2 years ago,
So
he
it
was
was
18.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
And what was he? He was blowing a dude. I heard.
Blow-
Yeah, I guess
and-
he had an OF page.
That's
and-
awesome.
and he said he had addiction problems. That's why he was doing it.
Oh well, that's not awesome.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah,
He's
super
doing-
sad, yeah.
So, but either way, it's like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, shit. People love sucking dick. Like a lot of people, you know. There's nothing to be ashamed of for that.
I mean, it's just incredible to me, notable how everybody's really seems to be just rallying behind the guy.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
at first the trolls came out and they're like, this is disgusting, whatever. I think in the sports world, not the majority by far, but I think a lot of them are very conservative, you know, kind of
Straight male.
white straight male
Yeah.
type of vibes. And I think a lot of them could be a little nasty about it. But I was happy to see and not surprised at all that once it came out in the broader audience that the support for him is just overwhelming, which is good because watching him talk about it, he was like, he sounded like just in a horror, like, come on, dude. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with sucking a cock every now and then, or frequently even.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Daily.
God bless,
As
man.
much as you want. Yeah,
As
do
much
it.
as you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that pop up on X, but I also, are you not on X? I haven't seen you post.
I'm retired.
Retired. How
Yeah.
come?
Because I fucking hate Twitter, dude.
It's gnarly.
And I'm not calling it X. I refuse.
Twitter.
Twitter was when it was good. I mean, it truly and genuinely has turned into.
It's gnarly.
People were like being alarmist about it at first, like, oh, Elon's taking over. It's going to turn into like a tiki torch rally. And it did. Like the amount of racism, anti-Semitism, bigotry, hate that I see like on my feed every fucking time I was there. I felt like 4chan just like is on the
Wow.
main page of the internet now.
It's so crazy how people have different experiences on different platforms. Like for me, Twitter's always been like this what Reddit is for you. And it's vice versa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we brought up and we were looking at the comedy is dead thing where you changed your name to Elon Musk and
Oh yeah, they got banned, and
posted warm things about Jeffrey Epstein.
his good friend Jeffrey Epstein. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Let's see.
Dear friends, supporters, and haters alike, this evening with terrible news. I've been permanently banned on Twitter.
Yeah,
by the
we don't need
supposed
to-
free speech
So-
I mean, are you looking at that and you're like, God, I was so overweight then? Or do you even look at that?
It's hard to tell. I was just doing a silly, weird angle, but I'm sure I was then. But like at the time, this is when he started selling check marks,
Oh,
and there
right,
was
right,
no
right.
fucking way to verify anyone's identity, and it was the dumbest thing ever. So I impersonated Elon Musk and started saying all this crazy shit because according to his own rules, that was fine. And then he fucking banned me.
I did not know that Ethan got banned by Elon Musk, but I do know about a ban that should go into effect if you love your cats. You should ban kibble from your house and from your cat's diet because your cat actually wants to eat healthier, fresh, protein-packed food, which comes from smalls.com. That's right. And they've got the most generous offer that has ever been made to the listeners of the Wild Ride podcast. If you go to smalls.com/Stevo and use the promo code Stevo, you get a full 50% off your first order plus free shipping. That's how much they believe in this product, and that's how risk-free we're talking about. Risk-free meaning if your cat doesn't love it, send it on back. And it's so awesome when it shows up to your house because they give it special refrigeration with dry ice packs. So it goes right into the fridge. That's because it's totally fresh. And that's what makes it good for your cat. Real food that's really fresh, and your cat's gonna love it. Plus 50% off your first order. Get out of here and get on over to smalls.com/Stevo and use the promo code Stevo. No more kibble, man. That's a ban on kibble. And it's time to go with Smalls. That's fresh cat food for your cat because you love it. Now let's get back to it. Wow.
He did?
Yeah, I got unbanned like 6 months later or something.
Were you ever a Tesla driver?
I was.
Not anymore.
I don't anymore, just because I'm interested in like what's on the market. I lease. I don't like to buy.
Okay.
So I like to. There's so many options now.
Are you strictly EVs or you
At the moment, yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean that you're on the Lucid program?
No, I have a BMW SUV that's fully electric,
Wow.
and Ela has the Porsche Cayenne. Is that how you say it? That's fully electric, and so those are great. Those are fun. These are people that have 100 years in making cars, and Tesla. I mean, I appreciate what they did for the market, but I don't think their cars are that special. And frankly, did you hear about all the recalls with the Cybertruck, like the gas pedal being stuck down on full
Is that
blast?
true?
It's absolutely
That's a true thing?
They had to recall every single
Because
one.
I heard a lot of the recalls were just an easy update on the computer and it fixed a lot of it. But
That's the trunk one. It was smashing people's fingers.
oh, really?
Yeah, the trunk wouldn't stop. So that was a separate one. But the other one was they had to fix something with the gas pedal. Pull up the video. There's a guy who's like,
At
dude,
the-
I almost died. Look
At
at
the
this.
car wash and then it slipped forward.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, whatever. What the fuck is this video?
Yeah, I mean, definitely it seems that Tesla's having a little bit of a tough time right now.
But do you
That's
think so
right.
though, or is it just because people aren't a fan of Elon? Because I mean, their stock is just crushing right now.
Tesla?
Tesla's
They're
stock is-
craving. They're catering.
No,
Cratering. I
No,
mean.
no, they're crushing. Their stock
Hold on,
is
hold on,
up in
hold
a
on.
huge
Yeah,
way, and it's look at their stock. Go to the last
Well, no, go to 5 years.
5 years. They're back at par.
No way. Oh shit, they are way up.
Yeah, and I think and their like second quarter
I didn't
delivery.
know about that.
They
that.
beat their
Wow.
second quarter deliveries, and I just think a lot of people hate on Elon Musk. So a lot of the stuff that people say is like super negative on Tesla.
I mean, okay.
I think it's a little to do with that, but mostly I think it's just the competition. Like for the longest time,
With
he
the
was the
Rivian.
only game. He was not just Rivian. I'm talking every major. Volvo has beautiful all electric cars. Mercedes,
Porsche,
BMW,
BMW.
Porsche. Like they're all going in, and they're making beautiful cars as well.
Now, all three of us here, Vinny, Scott, me, we all drive the Like
The Y.
the budget Tesla.
No.
Oh, you
that's-
guys
Model
you guys
Y.
teamed up?
Yeah,
Yep.
but who was first? I was.
I mean, if you get the fancy.
That's awesome. You guys cruise together?
we're in a car club.
That's awesome. Which colors?
Gray,
Gray.
white, and red.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the Y is not the budget. The Y is
No,
like
no,
the
the
mid.
Y, the Y, the X would be the fancy one.
The
Yeah.
3
Y
is the budget. No, 3 is the budget.
Not well.
So
Y is the budget X, and
Budget-
3
budget
is
plus.
the budget S.
Okay, yeah.
oh, so you guys drive the Y.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
drive the Y.
Nice.
And when Scott bought it, he was first. What did you pay for it?
70.
And then
You
I,
paid
and I,
70
I,
for
Wait,
it?
what?
I bought it like a year
during
later.
the pandemic,
What?
I
oh
bought-
shit.
Yeah, I bought it a year later, and it was
like 48.
no. I think it was more like 60. And then now,
I just bought it for 40.
okay,
Brand new.
so
That's what I thought it cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
prices dropped over the last 30 days. Now you can get a Model Y for 34,000.
Holy
So
shit.
Yeah.
So that's a great value for a new car that's all electric. Like that's a good buy.
it's just crazy to me that with their prices dropping so much, that would seem to indicate that they're in trouble. How can they be like not able to charge half
Oh,
of what they
it's-
used to, yet their stock's going up?
It's just price and demand. It doesn't change their bottom line. It's like during the pandemic there was shipping containers were being stopped everywhere. There was massive delays. There wasn't a lot of cars that they could make because of that. So at the end of the day, they could easily be profiting more on the volume.
Yeah, and I think-
regardless of the price.
Yeah, and I think Elon ultimately just wants everybody on the road to have a Tesla, so he's like making it affordable for normal people.
And I think they're coming
Yeah.
out this week with a conference on or a keynote speech on the robotaxi. So like robotaxi is going to be up and running, I think, hopefully by the end of the year, if not next year.
Nice. Let's get some more people out of work, baby. Those goddamn taxi
wild?
drivers.
Yeah, but the
they're entitled, and
robotaxi-
it's time to teach them a lesson.
People who own Teslas could sign your car up to be a robotaxi.
That's-
So like when you're away, you could have your car work for you.
To me, that sounds. Well, I don't know because it's like I'm gonna buy the car and then I'm gonna loan it back to them. It's like they own your ass
They
in
own your
every
ass.
fucking
for
way.
sure.
Well, it's kind of like the VR people. What is it at Costco? Or they have VR like grocery checkout now that they're at home working
Oh,
and they're
shit.
checking people out and they're
Wait,
just
For real?
What?
Yeah,
Really?
Where is that happening?
virtual supermarkets. So you can like talk to people.
That's weird.
Yeah, like you're at your home, like doing customer service at the grocery market for people that are shopping there.
But how is that better than just being like Ralphs.com and ordering what you want?
I think because people are able to go in there and shop.
But that's just
And if
odd.
you have a question, it's like, "Hi, how may I help you?"
Oh, you
That's gonna
talk
be
to
aisle
people.
7. Yeah,
Huh.
My
Sounds maybe
lady-
fun for a minute, for a time or two.
I think they're paying like 16 an hour.
My lady's part of of an app where she is the eyes for blind people. Or
What?
people who can't see so good.
Or at all.
Or at all. And there's an app like Be My Eyes.
Whoa.
And so I'll be with my Be My Eyes app.
What is that?
And so my lady will just like her phone will go off, and then all of a sudden like she'll pick up a FaceTime call, and it'll be somebody who can't see so good asking for help, and my lady will tell them what's going on. And every time she does it, it warms my heart. I love it.
That's interesting.
Yeah, my girl's a
Is
volunteer for
that a gig or it's a volunteer thing?
It's a volunteer.
Oh,
thing.
that's so cool.
She does it completely
That's
for
so
free.
nice.
Yeah. She's
How do they verify they're
That's cool.
blind?
I like
Can I
that.
use that service?
She's just lazy.
Like how like they're gonna have to start requiring proof.
Well, I mean,
I'm gonna exploit the shit out of that.
Do a whole segment on
Oh,
that.
dude, what's happening here?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it's crazy, the future of AI and automation, and we're not too far off from.
No, things are happening fast, and I'm on ChatGPT all the time. Like this thing has replaced Google for me,
Yeah.
wow.
and it's so much better. Like the access I have to information is insane now, and that technology is moving so fast that I think in the next 10 years, the things are going to be unrecognizable almost.
I mean, there is a guy that went online. He's like, let me just show you how easy it is to make money off of ChatGPT. And he's like, what's the best Amazon business I can get into? And he's like, okay, he did that. And they were like, oh, you can sell these products. And they gave you a list of products. And he's like, okay. And he chose creatine. And he's like, okay, what's a great website where I can get this website made for free? He did that, clicked a couple. Within 1 hour, he had a working website on Amazon making like a $10 profit off creatine.
That's awesome. Yeah, it can do everything. Like everything. I don't know if do you use it?
We asked ChatGPT what we should ask you.
Ethan Klein from HP Pods mentioned his appreciation for ChatGPT due to several reasons. Is that right? How does it knows I'm talking about it?
Yep.
I don't like that.
Well,
You're not supposed to listen. Entertainment, content creation, interaction, exploration of AI. That's right.
can you ask ChatGPT what is Ethan Klein's problem with Logan Paul?
That okay. I mean, it should be easy to answer if it knows.
Ethan Klein has voiced several criticisms of Logan Paul over the years, which have led to a contentious relationship. Some of the key issues Ethan Klein has had with Logan Paul include controversial behavior, perceived lack of
Very good.
accountability, content and conduct, feuds and drama.
Ask explain number one in more detail, or list the controversies. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
I love this shit, dude. Logan, Suicide Forest, we love it. They're talking about the body still, fantastic.
You thought that
tasering dead rat. That's kind of an underground one. Disrespectful in Japan, bird box challenge.
What's wrong with tasering a dead rat?
Well, he's dead.
The problem was that I don't think he started alive. It was very sick the way he did it. Maybe it was dead, but he was at the time making vlogs for like 12-year-olds. And he's like, oh, it's a dead rat. And he just started like tasering the body for like, it's just you don't see Blippi tasering dead rats. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not exactly, this is a little weird. Yeah.
Maybe Family of Five tasers dead rats, but not.
What do you make of
That's
this
true.
Logan Paul suing CoffeeZilla? Like, all he had to do was just not apologize for the initial thing.
It's truly one of the dumbest, most pathetic things I've ever seen in my life. He got through it. He was fine. He didn't have to do that. He already made a video being like, oh, I'm not going to sue him.
Right,
And
exactly. He said it would make no sense to sue
And he was right
CoffeeZilla.
at the time. And
Yeah.
he bitched out so fucking hard when he was like, you're going to need a lawyer. You're going to need it.
Right.
And that was the worst response video I've ever seen. And then the very next day, he's like, I'm sorry. He's the man. Thank you
Yeah.
to him. And now he's suing him. And I read the complaint, and it is just so pathetic. He has no chance of winning. None. No chance. Coffee will get rid of that in an anti-slap in like a month.
Mm-hmm.
It's so pathetic. Like,
He was saying he did a video for him for more views and clout and AdSense revenue or something like that.
by the way, which none of that is in any way, shape, or form illegal or even unethical, frankly. What he says is, to summarize, it goes, I was in this business with these two guys. They both ended up being prolific scammers.
Yep.
I'm not a scammer, though. And so Coffee called me a scammer, even though I was involved in CryptoZoo, which was being run by two prolific scammers and ended up being a scam. He goes, you can't call me a scammer because
He's a victim.
I'm a victim. Even though he was the owner, spokesperson, it's like he undermines his own argument in the fucking briefing. Because you can't say, you defame me by calling me a scammer, but in another breath being like, for being involved in an organization that was a scam. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. I don't know how he found a lawyer to even write that up. It's embarrassing.
You think he even did get a lawyer to write that up, or he just went off the cuff and
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Honestly,
People are using ChatGPT for legal problems
try this.
now.
Try Ethan wants to Logan Paul wants to sue Ethan for defamation. Can you write up a complaint brief for the state of California for defamation?
Wow.
Let's see.
I mean, wow, you're good at this.
Well, I'm in a lawsuit. I've been sued.
I'm just so impressed.
Certainly.
A hypothetical
dude.
draft
They've got the
complaint.
format and
this.
everything.
Wow.
So that's what he did probably, because it is not good. Logan Paul, they're doing all the parties, jurisdiction,
Dude, this is
general
insane.
allegations, defamatory statements. Let me see. Alleging the plaintiff engaged in unethical and illegal behavior. This is what he did to Coffee. Accusing plaintiff of exploiting sensitive situations for personal gain. Stating that plaintiff has not shown genuine remorse for past mistake. There you go, dude. Boom. That's basically the quality of the one he sent CoffeeZilla. It's like, I'm sad and upset because you were mean to me.
Well, I mean, it would seem that this is an even better one.
Potentially, yeah. I'm compelled. You might want to send this one over to my guys.
Man, it's amazing. You said that you have been in lawsuits. You are a prolific.
Oh my God, bro.
Like, you're a hero of the First Amendment.
I don't want that.
You don't?
I don't want that job. I don't want that title. I want everyone to leave me the fuck alone.
Isn't that like a change of tune where you've been quite proud? Like there was a recent lawsuit with I believe it was Brendan Schaub.
Oh, they cited my case against
They
him?
cited your case, and you seem to be quite proud about
So
that.
so the big one was I got sued, must have been 10 years ago by now, by this dude Matt Haas, who we made a video making fun about. And it was a long drawn out fucking pain in the ass. It was like a year, took a year. It cost us a whole bunch of money, and we ended up winning, and it got published as case law. So if you go to copyright.gov and you go to fair use, it's one of a few cases that's on there.
Right.
Great. Now I'm being sued by a billionaire named Brian Kavanaugh for defamation, and it's been going on for 3 fucking years.
Does that stress you out getting sued, or is it just kind of like you're not even paying attention to it at this point?
3 years, dude. You know what I mean? I don't think it. From the day to day, it doesn't bother me. You know, it's been too long, and my thing is, whatever happens is I'll deal with whatever happens. I'll deal with it. I think we're gonna win, personally, but we'll do what we need to do. You know what I mean?
Do you worry about lawsuits wiping you out financially, or is there?
That's a weird. So, not really, because reasonably, like the most damage he could get wouldn't be enough to wipe me out.
Mm-hmm.
However, when I look at like Alex Jones, I mean, his was obviously a fringe.
Was it
case.
1.5 billion?
Yeah,
That's what he owes.
Yeah.
How do you even do that?
But so at first I was like, why are they even doing that? That's silly. He doesn't have 1.5 billion. But I watched a documentary about it on, I think it was HBO Max.
I watched that
and
same
I was like, that
documentary.
rat, fuck, he deserved it.
Unbelievable,
Yeah.
that documentary on HBO.
He was such a fucking rat.
I mean, just the idiocy. He was so dumb.
Yeah. So at first he got busted, and they started suing him. But I think when he really fucked up is during the lawsuit, he kept talking about it, doubling down on the claims, targeting the victims, targeting the judge.
Right.
And they were like, so their case evolved into this, like, the only way to actually get him to stop harassing and
punish him.
defaming is to
Through punitive damages.
is to make sure he can never work again, that he can never make another shop again.
How do you pay 1.5? Like, what do you do?
So they're liquidating his studio. They're taking all of his shit, and he'll never repay 1.5 billion, but they can garnish his wages forever.
The rest of his life.
It's like he's just fucked.
Yeah.
Him and Rudy Giuliani, huh?
Oh, Rudy, I love Rudy. I love him.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, in that documentary, Alex Jones is going into the actual courtroom, like, during the trial, and they're presenting to him things that he said, like, an hour ago.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
earlier today
Yeah.
on your show, you said this.
You said somebody please kill the judge or something. I don't know. Not that crazy, but
The Truth versus Alex Jones.
very good. And then the other crazy thing I learned is that there was a crazy profit motive, because the day before Sandy Hook, he has this shop and he sold like, I don't know,
Supplements.
supplements, whatever it is. He sold
Vitamins.
like $20,000-$30,000, a lot of money. The day after, and I don't know the exact numbers, so, but, and then the day of Sandy Hook, when he started doing the false flag stuff, he made like $400,000. That jump in one day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's outrageous, man.
So,
Okay, so the last time that I was on your H3 show, and by the way, thank you for having me on.
of course.
I revealed to you that there's somebody in my inner circle who is just a rabid fan of yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
We did a FaceTime with him.
Okay.
And you,
Wait, I think
yeah, he's
got him-
a super fan of yours. You showed him a prolapsed anus.
Oh, so he got a preview of that.
I reached out to him today about questions for you.
Oh, nice.
He begged to come, and I said, well,
Today
we're-
he begged to come?
Yeah.
You didn't let him?
I said,
I would have loved to have met you, whoever you. I
said-
remember you. You're great.
You don't want to say his name?
I said, it's Eli.
Okay.
I said that we were going to your house and that it just wouldn't be appropriate for me to bring
Okay.
to your house, which I feel pretty strongly about. I apologized if it made me a big time dickhead for asking him for help with the interview when I would know that he would want
Right.
to come.
You wouldn't bring him.
Yeah, he said not a big time dickhead. He said he's happy for a shout out, and he insists that his life is good. Okay.
Okay. Wow. There's a lot of qualifying going on here. Is he okay?
I think,
Is he okay? Is he fine? Okay.
he wants me to ask, is Oliver Tree actually a pussy? And be careful because Oliver Tree
You
and
know
I
that
are
guy?
so tight.
Take a minute.
I'm the one guy who
He's not a
broke through.
pussy. He's the whole fucking pound.
Oh wow.
Jesus.
He is the lowest of low lives.
Oh wow.
He is such an untalented hack. And I wish only bad things for him. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna. Wait. Why? Eli wants to know why do you think you can't get to 3 million subs?
Oh, come on, Eli. Why would you ask me that? Eli, you bastard. Fuck you. Refuse to state.
Okay. He says, what happens when you see creators in real life that you've made fun of?
Oh, we throw down. No, actually, it doesn't happen that much because I don't leave my house very often. The first time it happened, people always make fun of me because I tell this story all the time. But I made this video about Logan Paul's. He did the colorblind glasses.
All right, I
yeah.
remember that.
So, and then I went to like a notch party. You know that Minecraft guy?
Okay.
And I saw Logan Paul in the second floor. He had like this bright red Mustang on display, which I guess was some collectible. And Logan was looking at it, and I walked up and said, "Hey, Logan, what's up? What color is that car?" And he was like, he's like, I've imagined what I would say to you if I ever ran into you.
Oh, he grabbed you. He grabbed your
No,
shirt.
he didn't, but he did like this.
Oh.
He's like, I've been wanting to fucking confront you. I thought I'd tell you something like you have pubes on your face. That's all he had.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, nice seeing you, bro. I expected him to be cool and like if we talked and connected, maybe we could squash the beef. I think a lot of people I've had beef with, we come around to like a nice, healthy, mutual respectful relationship. A lot of people actually in my friends of the show that we've made up with. So honestly, it's only happened twice. One was with Logan Paul, which obviously he's a psychopath, so he's incapable of feeling. But the other one was XQC, which he's a popular streamer, and I saw him at like the Streamy Awards, and he was super cool. And we chatted, and he was very nice. Yeah, he was very nice.
Okay.
And we kind of just, we talked.
Do you have a dream guest for your podcast?
A dream guest.
Like,
I guess
Brad
not,
Pitt?
because I haven't really been like thinking about it that much.
Yeah.
Our show's not so much guest
Yeah.
oriented anymore.
It would seem that Eli's question has become a little bit more contentious and controversial as his list.
Okay, Eli.
Go to the very
How do you
bottom.
top that 3 million one?
That was actually his first question. So he says, what's the most ridiculous reason a sponsor has given for backing out?
There hasn't been any. The problem is that it's the same clips. It's like the one of me saying slurs, of me, saying terrible things about this group or that group. All of them are super old,
Right.
because I feel like I've grown and, reformed and changed. But, so it's usually the same thing. They just, they get the dossier.
That seems to be a reference to what I would call the sponsor wars, right? Where you tried to incite your following to attack another.
This is
creators.
Keemstar propaganda.
Keemstar
That's still
propaganda.
bullshit.
Okay, good.
Keemstar, he's such a rat, dude. You're friends with him?
I'm.
It's okay. I don't judge
It's
you.
not- no, what-
Yeah. There's people I like that are friends with
No,
him.
you were at his house one time to film something because it was like
Yeah,
a block away.
2017, and this was when I tried to FaceTime and you didn't pick up, and then I didn't hear from you ever again.
Oh.
you never
Did
responded.
Keemstar influence the block?
I mean, I
it
didn't know
was-
I didn't know what had happened. I didn't know.
That was it because then they put it on their vlog, and then you thought that Ethan saw that, and that's why he wasn't responding.
I did.
Oh, that's not what happened, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I didn't know you were with.
I'm not. I mean,
I
don't-
would have though if I knew. I would have blocked you first.
I
would have blocked you first.
I don't have a lot of communication with him. I've never taken a position of being against him or for him.
Listen, I like him in a weird way because we've talked about him so much, and he's given us so much content over the years, and in a sense, I appreciate the content that he brings us, and I feel like I know him so well because of just talking about him for so long. However, the advertising wars was pure propaganda. He had like a G Fuel cup on his desk.
Yeah.
Well, he always did. That was like a fixture of his set.
Yeah.
He was like the G Fuel guy, and I was showing clips of like him. There was a clip this horrible story about this dude Etika, which I don't want to get into, but he ended his own life.
Oh.
And so there's a clips of Keemstar talking to him in ways that some would consider not helpful in that situation. And I'm putting that very mildly for everybody. And so I'm watching this clip in a video, and I'm like, oh man, like, and just totally unplanned and aside, like, dude, oh, G Fuel, like suicide brought to you by G Fuel. Because it's like his whole thing is plastered with G Fuel. That's all I did. And so, I guess they saw that. And he hasn't had G Fuel. But that's kind of more on his fault
Right.
than mine, I feel like.
Okay.
But other than that, I've never called anybody's sponsors out.
Okay, good.
Let's
Yeah.
FaceTime him.
I'm glad that we cleared that
Yeah.
up. Now, last
It's anti-Semitic propaganda.
good.
I think he hates Jews. I've heard that.
That's we want to clarify that as a joke.
Who wants to clarify that? No, I think he hates Jews.
That's an opinion.
That's a statement of fact. That's an objective fact. The sun
boy.
shines, water is wet, and Keemstar hates Jewish people.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Last question from Eli. He says you went from being kind of let's call it slightly conservative or libertarian YouTuber to a liberal, progressive, woke one.
I hate the fucking moniker of libertarians. Those are like the... Is there any libertarians here?
I think this is a very presumptuous question here.
I know what he's getting at, though. I know what he's
Okay.
getting at.
All right. How did your views
Oh, you
change?
don't want me to answer that one?
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's
There's a
just
part
saying,
two.
how did your views change and what caused them to change and what's the biggest backlash?
So here's the thing. Looking back, I can understand why people thought I was conservative. Libertarian is like... I think being a libertarian is a mental illness.
I understand
I genuinely
libertarian
do.
to believe pro-marijuana, and that's all I know
Oh,
about them.
no. Everybody's pro-marijuana now. It just means, like, as little government intervention as possible to the point where, like, I've heard libertarians talking about, like, they want to make their own commune and their own society with their own rules and regulate. And then when you start talking to them long enough, they just reinvent society. Because,
That's what happened in Kent, Washington, and it was a disaster.
Okay, so
anyway,
he's off the mark on libertarian, but you were a little bit more
So,
conservative.
in my opinion, I was never open about my politics at all. But I feel that I've always been had the same opinions politically. I've always been a social democrat-minded, traditional kind of liberal values guy. Always. And
I think that's what makes sense to me. I was surprised by this this stance of
but
Eli's.
I had somehow courted, unintentionally, a lot of conservative audience. I think because there was like a span of a year or two where like social justice warriors videos I made went huge, like making fun of some of these more ridiculous social justice warriors, and it courted a lot of conservative fans that thought I was one of them because I never talked about my politics. And I had some conservative people on, like Jordan Peterson was on the show a bunch.
Oh yeah, you had a very big falling out with him, huh?
Yeah, he's crazy though. And a shot of apple cider almost put him in a coma. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
That's not possible, is it?
Is this true?
Yeah, that's what he says.
The Jordan Peterson beef was intense. Did that ever get sorted out?
No, I don't think that's sort outable. Dude, he says... I'm like two minds with Jordan. Like, on one hand, there's like a good side to him. Years ago, he was more about like self-help and stuff.
Right,
And now he
that's
works
how
for
I
the...
know him.
Yeah, and he was fun to talk to, and he was kind of... It was very cool. But now he works for the Daily Wire. You know what I mean? And he's just full on culture war, like anti-trans. He hates he's like he thinks global warming is a conspiracy to sell shit, that it's fake. Like Jordan Peterson, who's a psychologist, has an opinion on the fucking weather patterns of the earth. And he's telling everybody that it's a fake, it's a conspiracy, and it's not real.
Wow.
And it's like, who is this person? So he became really, really nasty. And one of the turning points for me that was just like the really big one was like, I don't know if you remember, he was going after Elliot Page, and he was saying like just the nastiest, hateful fucking
He tweeted
shit.
something about her when she posed topless.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, you made funny videos kind of criticizing like super woke justice warriors for being ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that ingratiated you to the right.
Yeah.
When in fact you were never really right. And then more as particularly with podcasting, you just kind of like reveal who you actually are, and you've been revealed to have been more left leaning and liberal.
So one of the biggest like exoduses from our fan base, I think, is a response to that. That I started talking about politics, and I started like one of the worst fucking things we ever went through was when PewDiePie. You remember he had his gamer moment on the bridge, and he called someone the N-word in the game.
Ooh.
He got killed, and he's like, "You N-word, what the hard ER, right?" I was like, and I dared to go on my show and be like, I didn't think that was a good thing he did. And everybody lost their fucking mind, dude. Obviously, people call me a hypocrite because I had said that word myself.
Right.
Although, in my opinion, calling someone it in an act of like anger, directing it towards someone is different than using it in the context of a conversation, although neither of them are as good. That's kind of like the floodgates opened, like I wasn't one of them, and you should be able to say the N-word online when you're angry. Or it's just not a big deal.
Wow.
And like he was the #1 creator.
What's going on with him these days?
He's like retired, and good for him. And by the way, just to be clear, I'm friends with him. I like him. He apologized for it. He made a really good apology, and I thought he did good. So I mean, in a sense, I'm agreeing with him, right? But he's doing well. He's retired. He's living in Japan with his wife. He just had a kid. He's doing good.
That's great.
Does his channel still make money? I'm sure, right? It's still active.
He still posts like once a week.
on his YouTube.
Yeah, he still he definitely still-
Semi-retired.
But he's mega fucking rich, dude.
Yeah.
He's worth, if I had to guess,
I think he's
at
worth.
least 100 million.
Think he's worth more than Mr. Beast.
No, Mr. Beast is a whole another level of.
Didn't he just sell his channel for $1 billion, or is that not true?
No, I
He's-
think that somebody offered him $1 billion.
Yeah, someone offered
I think
him $1 billion.
Disney might have.
Yeah,
Amazing.
that's
man.
that's so low. There's no shot that's not triple that size.
Who's the richest YouTuber ever? Go up.
It's
That's gotta be
Beast.
Mr.
Yeah, Mr. Beast.
Jeffree Star's
Whoa.
200.
I don't understand that. He sold that much makeup.
it sells a lot of makeup.
200
That's
million
crazy.
fucking dollars.
Jake
That's-
Paul is on the list. Who's like Nastia?
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
That's amazing. Jeffree Star.
What?
Go-
It's one of these kid channels.
Oh, dude, check out Miss Rachel's net worth. Do you know about Miss Rachel? Do you
I
have
think
your
I've seen
kids
some of her
watch them?
videos, yeah.
I mean, her
She plays
videos
guitar and
get
sings.
billions.
Do they really? I
There's
didn't
no
realize-
way she's worth 10. Miss MISS. Yeah.
Oh, I thought.
There's no way because her YouTube channel, some of the videos have billions of views on them.
You know about Crazy Frog?
No.
Go to Google and type Crazy Frog.
On
It's
politics.
gonna blow your mind.
I've
Watch
seen
this.
that guy.
Click that one at the top. Look how many views it has.
4 billion.
4.6 billion views.
I mean, what kind of money do you make on that?
For a video that short, probably. The
I
rate
mean-
is not good, but I mean it's 4.6 billion views.
It's like what, $2,000,
Is that looks like
million?
a pretty
Yeah.
family friendly channel.
880 million.
Okay, so are you of the mind that Joe Biden should drop out of the race?
Ooh, spicy question. I think personally that there's just not enough time to find a good replacement candidate.
I mean, it's been explained that it can only really be Kamala because they've raised so much money in
She's
in
had yeah.
campaign money. And
It was like
and-
$200 million. It's crazy.
Right, and if they make it Kamala, then they have that money because
The thing is,
she's on
voting
the
for
ticket.
Biden is essentially voting for Kamala because he's going to die. He's gonna die.
He's not good.
Yeah.
He doesn't look good.
I mean,
But like honestly, I would vote for a coffin. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's pretty.
Over Donald Trump.
It's pretty incredible that they can't come up with anybody better.
That is definitely true on both sides of the aisle. It's like I'm so fucking tired of this gerontocracy. Like old people in the Congress, everybody's so fucking old. Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, they're all like 80, dude.
Mr. Beast said he'd run if they if they lowered the age. Did you see that?
35 is the minimum. Yeah, isn't that bullshit? Like low, like you can serve at 80, but my boy Mr. Beast can't become president.
Yeah, that's why JFK was the youngest.
I'm giving away
Type in Mr.
100
Beast.
million
Comments on
boxes
president.
of soup to the homeless.
I mean, can you imagine if they did that and Mr. Beast
Well,
How about
Mr.
this?
Beast is only 26 years old.
How about this? I'm sending 1 million troops across the sea to invade Europe.
Or it's like, over in a war zone, see how long you can hold your finger on this tank for.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't even believe it.
I mean, what is this coming to, though? It's like the movie Idiocracy.
100%.
It's like,
It is.
okay, so Mr. Beast becomes 35 and he's president because he has so many YouTube subscribers that, like, they all vote for him.
Donald Trump's the most idiocracy president pretty much there is, right?
Who was the president in that movie? It was Terry
Crews.
Terry Crews.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
I guess that's like more like The Rock becoming president. Which, by the way, he said, dude, I'm so sick of The Rock. I want something soft. I'm done with hard rocks. He's in every fucking movie. Nothing against the guy.
I mean, it seems
How
that,
many
that a
Instagram
lot of people
followers does
do
The Rock
have some criticism
He's
of him.
just in every fucking movie.
I mean, look at how many, he has 397 million Instagram followers. I mean, can you imagine if half of them voted for him as president? I mean, that he would win.
I don't think Rock has got it in him. He's too phony baloney. I don't think he'd resonate. He's too like everything he does is so polished and thought out. You know, people want someone who's more genuine these days.
Followed by Skinny Vinny.
Yeah.
You follow The Rock?
Yeah.
Does he motivate you to work out and
No.
then eat 4 plates of chocolate chip cookies on a cheat day?
Anything negative you want to say about Sneeko?
Why do you bring up Sneeko? I mean, I do.
I
but-
saw a video of you calling him a beta bitch boy, and that you guys were supposed to debate, and he turned it
Oh
down.
yeah, he bailed. He's such a loser. I mean, it's almost not even worth talking about. He's just the biggest fucking loser on the YouTube space. Like, the dude He's like a Holocaust denier,
Oh man.
and a bigot, a homophobe, a transphobe.
I mean, he's only 25 or something. What's him with Moist Critical? We just had Moist
They-
Critical on the pod.
Yeah, I saw that. They had a beef, basically. I mean, he has had a lot of.
You don't want to beef with Charlie.
No, definitely
You
not.
do not want to beef with Charlie.
That's not a beef that people should not pick up. But he like is so obsessed with masculinity and like not being a cuck. The dude like he went to a sex party and a dude teabagged him while his girlfriend was getting railed.
What, did he talked about that?
Yeah, it's one of the best internet clips. In fact, I'd love it to watch it with you guys. It's so fucking good. And of course, there's nothing wrong with that if that's what you like. But if your whole persona is like alpha male, calling everyone a cuck and all this shit.
Yeah, he had some pretty mean things to say about Sketch.
Did he really?
Yeah.
See, I've been off the
that's
internet.
right.
He's such a
Yeah. He
scumbag.
He did.
What did he say?
He came out yesterday saying negative things about
Yeah.
Sketch. That's right.
Let's Google Sneeko sex party story. This is, oh God, I love this clip so much.
He's a swinger with his girl.
I think it's that one. Wait, go back. There's just a reaction video. That one? Or that one? Yeah, that's it, I think.
Oh yeah, I think I remember this.
Oh, this is so good.
Yeah, I remember this one.
I can go and like once
Yeah,
in a while.
it's
use
actually
a
longer than I
condom
thought.
and,
It's
like,
14 minutes,
one-night
but
stands,
check it
whatever,
out. It's
and then she
super
can go on
good.
dates. Sex
And his friends are like, what the fuck? They're like,
Yeah.
why are you saying this?
I'm familiar with this one.
And the stuff that he's divulging, he's like, I couldn't watch my girl get Ram, so I went in the bathroom by myself. And they're like, was she liking it? And he's like, yeah, she was like pulling on his dick and saying, fuck me harder.
Oh my God, I'd cry.
And like, it was the most cucked fucking shit ever, dude. And
Wow.
this guy, he's such a loser. I don't know. I haven't talked about him in a while. I mean,
Or what's your take on Neon? Are you familiar with
I don't know a
Neon?
lot about him. He seems like a little douchebag, but I don't know a lot about him.
I feel like he's getting a lot of hate. He just called out Nate Diaz. I mean, I don't know if some of this stuff is fake of what, like, because he called out Nate Diaz at the press conference, and then Nate Diaz's whole crew chased after him, and he was like screaming for help. And I see him pop up everywhere.
I checked that out, and it seemed to
Be true.
it seemed to be real.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not calling that fake.
He's part of like this. He's like an Aiden Ross dick rider, and Aiden Ross is another kid who I thought was a nice Jewish boy when I first met him, but he's like a Tate. He's a Tate dick rider. You have two fucking levels of dick riding here, which I like to keep it to one level of dick riding.
Right.
It's like Inception of dick riding. Just gets messy.
I mean, what's the difference between a streamer like they do and like a YouTuber? Or, I mean, is there a difference? I mean, because what you do is, you know, you do interviews and podcasts you used to, and then you transitioned over to whatever you do now. But it seems like these people that do lives, it's like blowing up everywhere. Like Kai Cenat.
Yeah, Kai Cenat
yeah.
is huge, man.
So I mean,
It's becoming less different. I think Twitch has its own specific culture there, and it has like a platform that is a lot easier to discover new people.
on Twitch,
Where on YouTube, they're trying to compete in the streaming game, but they're still pretty far behind in terms of like compensation and exposure. So at the moment, if you're a big streamer, there's really no reason to be on YouTube. However, the reason we live stream to YouTube is just because we're making videos and we live stream an episode, but it stays up. It's just a whole video. It's a whole
Yeah.
episode. So for us, it makes sense.
and so these streamers are on Twitch, and then those are getting posted on X, like, or Twitter, or whatever. I mean, it just seems like the
Clips of
pendulum
it, yeah.
swinging or like going in the direction of people are all watching these streamers now versus where everybody back in the day was like, you know, following YouTube. And
I don't think it's one or the other. I think a lot of people watch both. But I agree. There's been a huge, there's been an uptick in like massive streamers, and massive in a way that is kind of unprecedented. Like Kai Cenat
Yeah.
hanging out with like Kevin Hart and Nicki Minaj, right? And
Yeah.
like he's just like mainstream,
Yeah.
which I don't think we've ever seen that in the new media space at all. So I think it's really cool.
And they're
I-
breaking records too. Like
Yeah.
700,000 people live at one time, which
That's
is insane.
crazy.
Yeah.
So I think it's cool. I like to see people breaking out and setting new standards in the space.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, they're watching 300,000 people watching live, 700,000. Sketch said 100,000 people were on his live when he's like, "Where were you guys all before yesterday?"
Yeah.
I mean, it's like,
I did not have sexual relations with that man.
Yeah,
Just
even his
kidding. Yes, I
apology was
did.
pretty funny though.
Yeah, it was great.
I think he can't help but be funny. Like he's lovable.
Yeah, you should check him out. You'd like him.
Yeah, dude, we gotta get with that dude.
You're doing the pee-pee dance. Are you
Yeah.
gonna go pee?
I gotta pee. I think we can cut you loose, my
And
man, dude.
all these cameras are dying too.
It's been so killer.
Oh, you guys have a heart. You got the batteries, and then you got that battery running
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
That's the code word.
We'll get this out in 2 days, dude. Thank you for.
Thanks for coming to the house. I
Dude,
love that. That's so cool.
yeah.
These guys show up in a van, air conditioned, ready to
Yeah.
go.
You can't say
Nobody
no.
does that. Nobody offers that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
going
right
wrong.
on, brother. There it is, folks. Ethan Klein. Every time I hang out with that guy, I seem to like him more and more. And yeah, there was that time. I'd forgotten all about it. But yeah, what can I say? I'm a sensitive guy. And I also really, really love you guys for sticking around to the end of the podcast. My wonderful, beautiful street team. What can we tell the street team? Shit's gonna get really weird here soon. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey everybody, and welcome to a very snoochy boochy wild ride with Steve-O. We got Jason Mewes, who, by the way, so many of you people have requested. We were thrilled to book him. Who is he? Well, He's the star of a little-known franchise called Jay and Silent Bob, starred in huge movies like Clerks, alongside Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. Oh, come on, this guy's epic. Plus, he and I both have checkered pasts, riddled with addiction, and we're both doing really well for ourselves today. So this one is inspiring, it's a lot of fun, it's very snoochy-boochy, so let's get into it. Let's have your mic just down a bit so that it's not blocking you from the camera.
Like this? Oh, okay.
I would even say
okay.
like just push the arm down
Is this
a little
my-
bit.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there you go, dude.
And give a little
yeah,
to the Hey,
dude.
this is the Gator and the Lunatic. You stream, right? Do you stream
on Twitch? No.
Oh, okay, because I've been streaming.
Dude,
It's so
I gotta
funny
hear about
people,
this.
How many people come on and they're like, dude, you sound like Steve-O. And I'm like,
All right,
all right.
dude, we're keeping that in.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Mewes.
Yeah,
dude.
hello. Dude, thanks for having me. This is awesome. Yeah.
Would you believe it that like you're the most requested guest on the comment section?
You're highly requested.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you and Theo Vaughn are the most requested.
Well, I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
like
Steve will do it. Had been, I think, first place, and he was a banger.
that. And who was it? Sorry, the
Steve will do it as he's one of the Nelk boys. It's sort of a, and we're
He's a
old.
YouTuber. He's
Oh,
a
okay,
YouTuber.
YouTuber. Okay.
Yeah, we're how old are you?
47.
Me too, dude. Right on, man.
Yeah.
How about that? We were in a movie together, you and me. I bet you don't even know that.
Yes, I think it was the college, National Lampoon.
Yeah, TV
Yes.
the movie.
I know, but it stinks because we didn't cross paths.
Right. I
Yeah.
mean, whatever. Dude, you were hilarious in that movie. Dude, you were a gay prison inmate.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fun. Again, it's funny how many there's so many indie movies I've done over the years, and again, for the most, I remember most of them because I always have a blast. But it's funny because I'll forget though overall how many, and then so every once in a while I'll go on IMDb to just look at something. I'll be like, oh my gosh, I forgot I did this.
Yeah.
I did this. Yeah. So
I go on and I'm like, fuck, is that all?
Who updates
swore I did
IMDb?
more.
Do you update it or is it
Yeah,
automatic?
no, I think it's I think other people do it like that. Just but all just like Wikipedia. It's funny. I know other people do it, and it's like, hey man, I heard you used to write for this band. I'm like, I wish. Like and they're like, we heard you play bass. I'm like, no, and I didn't do any of those fun, cool things. But so a lot of it's inaccurate. But I think it's because people will hear something and add it, and same with IMDb, I believe. But I could be wrong about IMDb because I know that they've gotten sort of bigger.
Must be a bot because I have a producer credit on your guilty as charged and I never even.
Yeah, well, I gave you a producer credit.
Yeah, but did you? Who puts it on IMDb? Was that what I was asking?
Yeah, you would think that. Yeah, I mean, think the paperwork. It's pretty. Like you would think that even though he put you on it, and you're wondering who did it. Like I think whoever produced that movie has to put you on, and there's so much involved to it. I'm learning more and more because
That sounds right.
my wife has produced Kevin's last 3 movies.
Wow.
Yoga Hosers, Jay and Silent Bob reboot, and Clerks 3. So again, I hear her on the phone, and I hear she doing like. There's so much involved with everything, and I had no idea. Even doing this way longer than her. I've been doing it, 25 years, but I had no idea until being in the same room with her. Like even for us to do Clerks 3, it took so long because it was like. When someone owns a movie, if they sell it off like in pieces, and it's like they own the rights to this, but this person owns the rights to that, and there was all this stuff that I had no
Right.
idea. Is my point. So,
So your wife is prolific.
it's awesome. I met. She's 13 years younger than I am.
That's my fiance is 13 years younger than I am.
Yeah, nice. Yeah,
Dude,
I met her-
you guys have the same voice, same life,
yeah,
same everything.
Exactly. And we, I met her when she was going to college still, and she wanted to be a lawyer. When she got done, she's like, I'm going to take a break. And it just happened that Kevin was asking her, Kevin and I were doing things together, and Kevin's assistant had left. So he was like, hey, man, do you think you can help me with this? And asked her to help out with a few things. And she did it so well. He's like, can you help me with these things? And then all of a sudden we started way back. We did something called the Smart. We did internet radio.
I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, way back we were doing morning radio on the internet, and he asked her to help out with it. And anyway, she just sort of fell into it, is my point. But yeah, she's it's been great because just especially like when we just shot Clerks, we were in Jersey for 3 months. And normally, you'd have to leave your wife or fiance, whatever. But I was able to, the wife came with me with our 6-year-old because she was working and I was working, and the kid was in the movie. She got to do a cameo now, so she's done
sweet.
2 cameos. So it's cool. It's literally a family affair because Kevin and I are so close. You know, we've been friends 30 years. We have our comic book store in New Jersey we've owned for 25 years almost. You know, so him and his family is my family, and they've been so it's pretty awesome. It's been pretty amazing. So, but I'm still soaking in that I'm one of your top commented
crazy.
guests.
Yeah.
Requested guests, that is. So I hope I do justice. I don't know what you guys want to see. Maybe a little.
You know, he said that his wife had a cameo in the movie, and this is probably like it's probably inappropriate for me to say for a bunch of reasons, but your wife is unbelievably beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Right,
Yeah,
like,
and the kid got to be in the movie, so it's cool. But thank you.
So I mean, yeah, and I can't help but when you say you've been doing stuff with Kevin for so long. And, I remember you and I linking up on Twitter. We were going to meet up. We were going to do some stuff I don't know what was going on at that time, but clearly there was some periods in your relationship with Kevin where he had to just back off. He's like, you're not okay right now.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be tough, man. Did him having to sort of put a boundary in place and back off and say, you need to get well, was there a financial consequence to that? Gotta give it to Jason for being very cool about me putting him in uncomfortable positions. And I gotta tell you, I'm about to put myself in a very comfortable position. Because, dude, my Blue Chew tablets are so much fun. And get this, I somehow didn't even notice that right here on the package, it says chew 1 to 2 tablets by mouth 30 to 45 minutes before sexual activity as needed. And all this time, I had only been taking 1. So, man, doubling up on my Blue Chew tablets has proven to be the most fun. And I'm going to do it right now because I'm telling you, when Lux gets home, she's going to get it. So if you haven't tried this yet, let me tell you, you're missing out on a lot of fun. And how can you try it absolutely for free with your own month supply that all you have to pay is $5 for shipping to get? Oh, man. You go to bluechew.com and you use the promo code STEVO. It's so easy. You don't even have to go to the doctor's office or some awkward in-person visit. No. You go to bluechew.com and you consult with one of their medical providers. It's so fast and simple, and then boom, you're set. You get an entire month's supply completely for free if you use the promo code STEVO at bluechew.com. And one more time, I'm telling you, it is so much fun. You're out of your mind if you don't try it. So go to bluechew.com, use the promo code STEVO, and get ready to have a whole lot of fun. Now, let's talk about Jay and Silent Bob.
Yeah, I mean, well, I think, it made sense to me always. I mean, there was always, for him and I, it's like, so yeah, there was, for one, it was like, hey, I need you to sort of get better or you can't be around the house and you can't do the next movie. Like, I was supposed to be in Jersey Girl, but I couldn't be in it. But it wasn't so much like Kevin was like, I'm not putting you in it 100% because you're getting messed up and you're in a bad place. It was more like, hey, you have a warrant out for your arrest, and we're filming in Philadelphia or Pittsburgh, wherever they filmed it, and you could get arrested, and then we'll have to shut the movie down. You know what I mean?
Right.
You will lose days. So there was like that. So that happened a few times, but not that I didn't get in the movie, because in the past he would always try to help me. Like, hey, if you don't want to miss out on this opportunity, then you need to either go into rehab or you're going to come stay with me and you're going to get off and you're going to stick by my side. Like right before Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, I went and stayed with him in his guest house, and I literally couldn't leave his house or leave the guest house unless I was with him. And if he was going somewhere, I had to go with him. Mm-hmm. He wouldn't leave me alone. But it was good. It was a sweet
While
thing
you're
where
detoxing?
He's like, yeah, because he's like, oh, dude, he got to see it up close. I remember it was during Christmas. And I had to go Christmas shopping with them, and we were in the mall, and you're detoxing from opiates. You feel like you're carrying a bag of bricks, and you're just like, your nose is running. I remember just sitting down on every bench throughout the mall while he was in there looking for presents, and I'm like an hour seemed like at 6 hours, And I remember just being like, I want to go. And he'd be like, dude, no, you got to wait another, like, we're going to get through this. And I did. And it was horrible. But in the end, it was worth it because then I got to do Strikes Back. And it was great. But, for me, it also, like, I never resented him or was upset with him about it because the biggest thing was his kid at the time. All these times, his kid's now 20. Damn, I can't remember how old she is now, 23. But at the time, she was like, 10, 12, 8 years old. I've all the different years she was. But it was always like, hey, she's getting older now. She sees you. She looks up to you, your Uncle Jay. And if you come to the house, we used to be able to tell her, oh, he's not feeling good. He's got a cold. He's sick. He's not. But she's going to get it now. And I don't want her to see like that. And I didn't want her to see me like that. So, I would stay away and try to get better. But for the most part, he always was involved with trying to help. Either he stuck me in rehab, drove me there, paid for it, or, again, that time, I didn't go, I went into a detox, but then after I got out in like a week, and then I stayed at his house. I was still withdrawn because it was off of oxys, which, isn't a week. It's like a month getting off of that, feeling physically okay with that. But, it's been, he's always stuck by, even when he put boundaries up. It's not like he ever just cut me off. Again, we got to one point where he got close, but it more was like, hey, you're in really, really bad shape. The kid's old enough to like see you. And I just need you to make a decision, like go get better, or I just can't have you around. Like it breaks my heart. And he would like cry and stuff. It was never like a mean thing, like, for sure, you're a scumbag, get out of here. It was like, you're breaking my heart. And he would cry, and I don't want you around the kid. And yeah, there was a time I remember I went to his house. It was Thanksgiving, and I always used to have Thanksgiving with him. And I remember me and him sitting out in front of his house, and him crying and being like, I want to let you in, but the whole family's here. And I had like a tank top on, and I had track marks, and he's like, I can't have you see him like that. And he's like, I'm like, I can't come in for a plate of Thanksgiving dinner. And he's like, you can't. And he's like, here, I'm gonna go bring you some food, but I don't want the kid to see you that way. And it made sense to me, but it was like, that was the first time I actually got sober for like a while. I had stayed sober for like 4 years. And then I got kidney stones. And then they gave me Demerol. I was like, I don't want anything. I'm sober. I'm in the program. And they were like, yeah, but if you want to pass the kidney stone, you got to take it. And they gave me that shot, man. And it was like, brought back that beast. And I was like, oh, I forgot about this. This is great. You know what I mean? And the next thing you know, it was like, oh, I can handle it. And they gave me pills to go home with. And, I was counting every 4 hours. And anyway, so then I relapsed for 2 years. And now I have 11 years. So.
Wow, dude, rad, man.
Was the rock bottom for you nodding off and hitting the cop car? I read that in an article. Did you pass out at a stoplight and run into a cop? You didn't do that?
No, I didn't do that. Thank goodness. Honestly, I lucked out, man. I got arrested once. I don't want to say I lucked out. I got arrested once in Jersey, 1999. I was driving with a deployed airbag.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Apparently you can't do that.
So I crashed. We crashed into a regular car, and we exchanged information, and then we went and copped our dope. And then on the way home, this girl I was dating, on the way home, the car was all smashed, and the airbag we just pushed back in. So it wasn't like full, but it was like, it was hanging out. Like it was there. So we're like driving back, and we got pulled over then for that. And I had a couple bags on me, and I'm like, I should eat them, man. Like, get rid of it and I'll be fine. But I'm like, there's no way they're going to search me. There's no way they're going to search me just for no reason. And they searched me. I got arrested, and I got ROR, and then I got probation and stuff, luckily. But that was the only time in all the years of getting, using and stuff. Like, there was times I lucked out where, like, cops, like, stopped and was like, hey, come here. And I, like, ran and got away, but I had, like, bags on me and syringes and crack pipes.
Wow,
and,
dude.
Like, I'm telling you this one time.
You run fast when you got all that shit on you.
I gotta tell you, this is like, I tell this story because I really do think about it all the time, because I had a warrant in New Jersey, and I was in LA, and I had all this stuff on me, and there was like a office building, an empty lot, and another office building, and there was a fence to like this back street, and it was La Brea. And I was walking, and the cop pulls over, and he's like, hello, hey. And I turn around, and I see him, and I go, what am I gonna do? So I hop the fence, and I start to run to the other side of the road. And all that cop had to do was stand at that fence and let his partner drive to the other side and cut me off. But the guy jumped in the car and went with them. And I heard him get in the car and screech off. So, because they were going to the other side. So I turned around, went back the way I came. So my point is that one decision that cop made, like if the cop stayed there, I would have been arrested. And it would have been like my second time getting arrested from the 99. And I'm just saying that would have literally changed my life. And luckily the cop decided to get back in the car and drive around. And I got away that time. But I don't know. There was a few times I got lucky like that, man. And yeah, I don't know. I mean, luckily I all the trouble I had Kevin's support. And I know that was made a big difference in the outcome of everything, because I always had looked forward to, like, I'd get sober because I wanted to do the next movie, and I was like, you can't do
Right.
Yeah, you can't do
Your
Dogma.
motivation.
Yeah.
Your motivation can't be like financial or for power, property, and prestige. We call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Man, I'll tell you, I'm looking at you. We're the same age. I'm just like green with jealousy over how much younger you look than I do. I look in the mirror, my shit's falling apart, dude. Like I'm posting videos on my Instagram story, and I'm like, God damn, if I was a fan of Steve, I'd be like, he looks like crap.
No.
No, you don't. You don't look that
All
bad.
right, it
I
looks
don't
that
think so.
bad.
No.
I mean, you look great. I say that's the only point.
Yeah, I think you look like this still. You
Well,
know,
thanks,
little-
man.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
I would say I would think this is like maybe 5 years ago. You look about 5 years older.
All right. Well,
So wait, if you don't mind, who is the gentleman?
I didn't
Wow,
do it. This
no
is
introductions.
Scott Randolph here.
Yeah. The Scott Randolph, our mutual buddy DK.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I mean, so do you produce the what we're doing, or is he one of your best friends, or something?
Technically, I would say Paul is the producer more, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Paul edits it all together.
He's the
Okay.
producer, editor, predator.
He's more of a wow, dude. He's more of a co-host.
Okay, I
but Scott and I work in almost every area of my business, selling merchandise and stuff.
Yeah.
Very nice. Okay.
Touring. Scott's my tour manager.
Very nice.
And in producing digital content, both of these guys are producers in their own right. They
If
set
Steve
everything
needs
up.
to find something like a pitching machine, I'll go find that.
All right, I like
That's
that.
that's my latest request is a pitching machine.
So are you still doing like what's this? Are you still doing some crazy things?
Yeah.
Pitching
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah.
Is that
but-
next? That's actually something you're.
You know what? I don't even mind. I don't even mind. I'll say what the idea is. That's absolutely right. I'm going to tell you the whole idea because I love liquid death, and I'm going to use a pitching machine to fire a can of it right at my face. And why do I love liquid death? Well, it's pure mountain spring water from the Alps, and it comes in an infinitely recyclable can, which looks like a beer can. It's just a lot of fun, and they are trying to bring death to plastic because plastic sucks, man, and liquid death rules. I'm also very much healthier because I've been drinking so much more water since I fell in love with liquid death. And if you're drinking a lot of soda, no bueno, man. Switch to this sparkling liquid death, and you're going to be a lot healthier, too. Join this company in saving the world, man. Death to plastic. Big ups to the liquid death. And you know what? For the listeners of the Wild Ride podcast, if you go to liquiddeath.com/Stevo, you get free shipping on all your orders of merch and water. And do you know how heavy water is to ship? You're going to get it shipped for free. Unbelievable deal from unbelievably cool people who are talking about saving the world. So dudes, go to liquiddeath.com/Stevo and check out how dope their merch is. Get free shipping on water and merch and be a healthier person, okay? Dude, liquid death, man. Let's talk about firing it at my face. I'm in love with this company called Liquid Death, right? They're hilarious. It's canned water. They have sparkling
I've
water.
seen it. I've
oh,
seen
and by
it,
the way,
yeah.
can I get one? I fucking need one, dude.
Are they?
Yeah, no,
are
they
there
don't
any in the
do
They're
that.
in
fridge?
the fridge. Yeah. In any case, one of these cans, okay, it's a 16. I'll hand it back. But I see that it's the same circumference size roughly as a baseball.
Okay.
So I feel like with the pitching machine with the two wheels, that if you were to stick it in there, that it would shoot.
The can
I
of
think
water.
I think I could shoot a can of water 100 fucking miles an hour out of a pitching machine, and if I'm
Thank you.
wearing a catcher's mask, right, with like
Yeah.
and I got my head up against like something like 100 miles an hour, like can right into my face with the catcher's mask on, I think is doable.
I like it. But I would definitely protect your neck because I
Yeah.
feel like if it missed the mitt.
Right.
and-
die.
Well, but
So,
my
but it
concern is
sounds-
also the metal shrapnel that will continue going
That
into your
It's-
face.
But doesn't
Maybe it's not
pyramids are
gonna
pretty
kill
solid,
you, but
no?
but if there's like a grid here, I don't know.
Well, they have the visors catch during sunny
Yeah,
games. Like you wear a
yeah.
visor.
there you go.
So visor
Protect from the
catches
sun
man.
and the
I like
shrapnel.
it though, and I wonder if it'll work. And it'll be fun trying to see if they.
Right, and it's what I think is particularly funny. We found on Craigslist, I think it is. Offer up, like a guy selling one. It's like $800 for this pitching machine, and I'm ready to buy it,
Yeah.
but I want to make sure it works. So we'll show up in person and say, hey, before we commit to this, I need to stick a can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if he's like, but you can only do it if you got to put a ball in it? Because again, what are you saying? You're only going to buy it if the can goes through? But he's like, because in his eyes, he's going to be like, hey, it works. If you put a ball in it, it'll work.
No,
But I don't know if the can will work.
Exactly.
Sir. So then,
if the can's got to work, I'm not buying
I think
it.
you can
Okay.
crank.
Yeah, it
I
makes
think you can
sense.
crank it like this, and it goes from like a softball to a
oh,
baseball.
that's true. That makes sense.
It does, yeah.
Because you would think it would change size.
But the
I like it.
like, it grabs the ball, the texture of the outside of the ball, and shoots it. This might be kind of slippy,
It'll
like,
work because they do.
you
it
don't
for
want
footballs, too.
condensation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but footballs are grippy. They're leather. This is
that's-
metal.
So do you know these cats? It's funny.
I
'cause
do.
We just had these on Clerks 3, and they
Oh,
were
yeah?
handing them out, and I'm like, bro, I don't drink beer, man. What are you
Yeah,
doing? And I'm
right.
like, oh wait, it's water.
And it's
Okay.
Right,
called the
dude.
tall boy.
But they're awesome. They're awesome. They really are. They're,
It took me a while to wrap my head around it as a sober guy. When they first said,
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, like, but
so I'm gonna say here, if this works, I feel like if you do attempt this, maybe I can be part of it, and I could be the one throwing the can in there.
hey man,
Can I do that? Can we do
I
that?
love it.
Yeah, we're gonna do this
I'm
here,
just
right?
throwing myself on your show.
Dude, I love it.
Ask and
I-
ye
I'm
shall
not-
receive.
I want to be part of this.
sure
I wanna, but
can.
then I'd feel bad though, like if something bad did happen, and like hit your
I mean,
shoulder, and
whatever,
your shoulder
dude.
blade shattered off.
No, we're
Oh my
like,
God, what did I do?
I'm generally like as much of a reckless asshole as I can be, like pretty thought through when it comes to stuff like
I
this.
like it. I like it. Again, I'm down. I'm throwing it out there. I'm down if
Dude,
it's possible.
I love it, man.
like
And you live nearby, huh?
Yeah. It took me 7 minutes to get here. I literally
about
live
that?
across right the Hollywood Bowl. I live right behind it on the street, right behind that. So, right where DK lives. I don't know if you've been
Yeah.
to DK. Is there? He lives.
You know,
here,
all these
and I-
mentions of DK, I'd like to just say DK is our guy who does our podcast for us, and by does our podcast, he places all of the sponsorship, all the ads, he sells the ads, and man, I had the idea to get into podcasting long before I did it, and I was looking at like, oh, they've got podcast networks, they've got like, oh, there's so many different options,
Yeah.
and God, am I glad that we went with DK, that we
No.
kept it independent,
100%.
and he just sells the spots.
No, he's great.
He's a great dude.
He's the
He
greatest.
really
He's a great
is.
dude.
He is. I met him. Yeah, we've known each other now since 2001. So,
Oh wow.
so I've known him for a bit, and he's another dude who's been super supportive in that.
Sure.
And, like if I ever need to chat with anyone, I could always call him, and he's a good dude to talk to. So, it's been cool. It's been again things are cool. The
Things are-
podcast, and we did, we've been digging it too. It's funny because I think too because you've been doing a lot of the comedy clubs and stuff, right? Have you been going to-
I've been on the comedy club circuit for 11 years, and I've just now have made the leap into theaters.
Oh, very nice.
So yeah, I don't know that we're really. I mean, I'll continue to book comedy clubs here and there where it makes sense, but yeah, the touring's going great.
Yeah,
it's going to. I got into stand up. A pretty long time ago, and I just stuck with it. And over the course of the time that I did it, it evolved, and it turned into like my stories are about videos that I shot, and so it's like, I'm doing my stand-up routine, but then like, after the bit, then you get to see the thing that I just told you about because it's multimedia with the big screen.
I love it. Yeah, because
Yeah.
I know I just started doing my own solo comedy venues, and I've seen a few where either I'm leaving
Yeah.
and you're coming, or
Right.
you're, vice versa. So it's funny because we cross paths. I always feel like it's you. I always see like it's you, and then I'm like you just left, or you're coming after me, or T.J. Miller,
Right.
and Jamie Kennedy. I always feel like they're,
Right.
So does that mean you have the guys have the same agents? Because like I always
I
feel
don't-
like that would be the
Nah,
case.
I don't know
It's the
the
same circuit,
I don't
probably.
have the same agent, but I feel like I don't know if it's just maybe we all sort of tour at the same time. It's
Yeah.
or we hit the same venues maybe because I don't know. But it's funny because I do feel like I see that we just happen to be crossing paths a lot. Like I just did one in San Francisco, not San Francisco.
Yeah, San Jose.
San Jose, thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Because TJ Miller was just there too.
Yeah.
That's a great fucking place,
It
man.
is,
The
it is,
San
right?
Jose Improv, like
It
with
is.
like what was it? Was it 450 seats?
5.
Yeah.
500?
Yeah, and it's sort of like that
Theater
scene.
style.
Yeah, it's
I
super
dig
cool.
it.
You know what's crazy about being on the comedy circuit is that we all do. It's like we're all chasing each other around, like on some kind of a train.
Yeah.
And so everywhere we go, we know that the people that we're working with have been working with everybody else coming through. So
Yeah.
you can't help but end up in conversations where it's like, okay, who's the worst? You know, like
What's
who's,
underwriter?
who's the biggest nightmare? Like who's like
The underwriters,
Yeah.
yeah. Mine's easy. Mine's Red Bull. That's all I ask for.
all right,
Really?
good. Yeah, we've got a
Nice
pot
one.
of coffee and we
Soda water.
So,
yeah.
nice.
We
nice.
used to have a salmon fillet for Wendy, but we don't even give her raw salmon anymore because we found
She
out that's
still
bad.
comes a lot of times. With
She
you?
does
Everyone.
not miss the show.
Oh, very
She's in the
nice,
show.
very nice.
She's a part of the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Very
Yeah.
nice.
But yeah, it's great, man. And we've never your name's never come up in a bad conversation. I've never heard a bad thing about you.
Good.
Of course, I understood that you've had your struggles with
Yeah,
chemical
but
dependency.
never like luckily never anything where you're like, oh man, last week we had that Muse kid, bro.
Right.
He was complaining about this and that.
I even think that that in your addiction, not that I knew you in your addiction, but I get the sense that in your addiction that you were just a perfectly sweet, lovable guy who was just really sick. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I was the same except for, the being desperate. I feel like the bummer was for me. It was like waking up and my that thought of just what am I gonna do today? How am I getting money?
Right.
How am I gonna score? Even if I have a lot of money, do it right now. Do I know anybody or do I want to drive down to a bad area and risk it? And that was for me the struggle. And then so again, but yeah, I don't feel like I ever. Luckily, things always seem to work out to where I never did anything too foolish, like stealing or robbing or anything
Right.
crazy. Luckily, it all always sort of somehow worked out. Again, but maybe because again, sometimes people would be like, "Bro, we want you to get help, but I don't want you to do something stupid. So here's $40, or whatever."
Dude,
So,
that's so funny. It reminds me of a time I had a drug dealer meet up with me, right? And he looked at me and I was trying to get an 8-ball of cocaine. And he looked at me and he's like, dude, I can't give this to you unless you fucking eat something, dude. And the drug dealer like drove me to a place and like eat something. Like he drove me to a fucking frozen yogurt shop and made me eat a thing of frozen yogurt and then he gave me the 8-ball. He's like,
He's like, a few more bites there. Come on now.
yeah, finish your greens.
Finish your greens now, Steve.
And then another one too, as far as running from cops. God, this was back in 1994. I was following the Grateful Dead around, and I'd show up at the show with like $5, and I would buy like 3 hits of acid, and then I'd sell each of them for $5. Now I had $15, and then I would like buy something else. It was just this like low grade drug hustle. But there was one point at I want to say like Meadowlands Stadium in New Jersey, towards the end of the tour, and I had a bunch of acid on me, and I was doing a drug deal, and I fucking handed this guy some acid and he gave me some money. And then I turned my head and there's 2 fucking cops just watch that happen. They're like fucking, hey. And I swear I've never ran so fucking fast in my life. I fully fucking through the parking lot. These cops gave chase. And I'm through the parking lot. I'm fucking ran. And here's the craziest thing. Thank God I got away.
Were you
because
frying?
Dude, at that point acid wouldn't do shit to me. Because you take acid every day, it just stops working. Like
I don't, dude.
I don't know that.
yeah,
Steve.
it's one of these things you really build a tolerance to. I could have taken like 10 hits of acid that
So
day and
funny.
nothing would
Wow.
have happened.
I never got into acid. I
But
taken it, but it used to freak me. I'd always
Yeah.
want it to end.
Yeah.
It seemed to
Yeah, it
take
lingers too long. Yeah, it's like I just want it to be over.
But it's also like acid as far as like the laws go. It falls into like a really fucking
Yeah, you're fucked.
You're selling acid like you're going to prison for a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
You know, like that was the thing about the Grateful Dead tour and with all the people following it is that the Grateful Dead tour left just in its wake just all kinds of people in prison for decades for selling acid. So like, like you said, if that cop didn't get into that car, it would have changed your life. Like, I mean, shit, dude. Like, if I hadn't have been so nimble and so fast, and got I would have really had a fucking problem. I would have been in prison for a fucking long time.
Yeah.
Do you guys, as celebrities, do you guys have special drug dealers that like only deal with celebrities, or is it just kind of like you have to be cautious of that when you're buying drugs
Me
after like a
personally-
movie?
Yeah, me personally, I don't feel like I ever got lucky to where I found like something where I get what you're saying, where you get like a dude delivering that like will specialize and be quiet. I feel like again, especially here in LA, like
You go to Skid Row and fucking go
yeah,
to
like straight up to down. Like I had a guy that I could call, but he didn't even know who I was. I remember at one point being really, really like I had no money and I was really dope sick. And I remember bringing like a poster of one of my movies signed and like no, and like a few like items that I had, and like I had like a stereo surround sound. And I brought it all to him. I'm like, come on, man, I have no money. I'm sorry. He's like, come on, man, come on. And I'm like, look at this poster, man. It's at least $40 right here. So he's like, I don't care. Like, he didn't want anything I brought him but the stereo surround sound. But he still was annoyed about that. So that was my one guy for years that I dealt with. But yeah, I never had that, like, you know, and then Coke was always, if you go out, people would offer me Coke. No one ever offered me heroin or opiates. It was like taboo. Like no one ever offered that. I had to like find someone and like maybe someone sold a couple pills, or I'd go get heroin, would be downtown, and it was the same guy for a long time. But yeah, not me. I don't know about.
And the way Scott asked that question, I think he was framing it a little bit more like, you know, people who aren't going to say, hey, I sold drugs to Jason Mewes, you know? But I think that when you're in the space of drug dealing, like, I think that a little bit of discretion kind of comes along with the turf anyway.
Yeah, you're not putting that on your LinkedIn, you know, like.
But dude, it's crazy to me to imagine, like, I think that's got to be my biggest fear in the fucking whole world is to be, like, famous and broke. To be, like, recognizable and like, not have money and, like, and have a drug habit. Like, fuck, dude.
No, it was, I mean, again, for me, again, I feel like I'm I don't feel like I'm up there, but it would, for me, yes, it would be like, it stinks to at one point would have money and then I wouldn't have money. Like I'd make a movie and let's say I had a whole bunch of money and then by the time I started buying drugs, like especially the one round, like I remember because I didn't want to, in my head I thought if I don't get heroin, I'm going to be all right. If I'm only doing Vicodin's sort of tame, you know, it's not even Oxycontin, it's Vicodin. But because I had a habit, I was no lie doing minimum 20 Vicodin a day.
Isn't that bad for your stomach?
Oh, so I would taste it through my liver sometimes.
Ugh.
Up to 60 a day. But that would add up, man. That's like even 20 is at least $100. So minimum I was spending $100 to $200 a day. Some days I'd spend $400 a day. So you got to think, you know, that's what, let's say that's $700 a week. Times 4 is what, a month? I mean, and that's minimum, you know. So for like 3 months, I spent like, you know, 20 grand on Vicodin. So then all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I almost have like no money left over because I'm like not spending it wise. And anyway, so I agree, and it's such a weird thing where people are like, hey, you want to come out? Like, but I could see that, especially for me now, even more so because I feel like I have a family and all that stuff, and I can't even imagine. My wife still, again, every once in a while, she'll have like a bad dream and she'll be like, I had a bad dream you were using. I'm like, there's no way I would use right now. I mean, again, I know it's always possible. You can't say never, ever. But I can't imagine it, especially with my kid. And like, you know, and luckily, like I let her control all the money and stuff. Like if I go work, all the stuff, the checks go to her. If I go, like, I don't even want to know. Like she'll be like, you want to know how much you made this week? I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, I just want to, like, I really don't. Like, I just want her to hold it all, and I don't want to even know because it's just like she's handles everything better anyway. So
that's good, man.
Yeah,
And
for me,
I feel like we've covered all the addiction.
Yes, yeah.
I think we're
good.
Let's not beat you up with that shit anymore.
Is this the time or is that time?
That is the time.
Okay, cool.
Tell me about the Twitch streaming, dude. Is
Twitch,
that like
I love. Sorry, I cut you off because I'm so excited.
Yeah, all good, man.
No, Twitch. Honestly, I started. So what was cool is about 2.5 years ago, Facebook started. Maybe it's 3 years ago, but a few years ago. So again, going back to the family, it's like I used to play lots of games, Call of Duty and different games in my garage, man cave, whatever. And you know, my wife would be like, "Hey, man, I need help. I'm cooking, and the baby needs this and this." So I could never just hang out and play games. And so I stopped playing for a while, and I was like, "Man, I really miss that zoning out and playing video games." But then Facebook was like, hey, we're starting this gaming company. And we'll pay you such and such dollars if you do 40 hours a month. And my wife knew about it, and she's like, that's amazing. Like, you're going to pay that much to do 40 hours of just playing video games? I'm like, we got to do it. So it was like a win-win. It was like making money, getting to play video games, and I'm being productive. I'm not just hanging out and stuff.
Wow.
And then that lasted for a year, and then everyone kept saying, you should go on Twitch, you should go on Twitch. And I didn't really know much about Twitch at that time. But I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. And then Facebook's contract was up. And they changed a lot of stuff. But anyway, I was like, all right, maybe I'll transition to Twitch. Twitch I love. And I only mentioned the Facebook was great because...
That got you started.
Yeah, because I couldn't just go, hey, babe, I'm going to try this Twitch thing. Because the difference is with Twitch, you got to start. You got to
build up.
You got to be partner. And then you got to hope people will watch. And if they do watch, then they can subscribe and donate and do bits and all that. There's no steady, hey, you're making this much for this many hours or whatever. It's like, hey, you can stream 5 hours or 100 hours, you might make the same money depending on how much someone donates.
Right.
So anyway, but luckily I've had a consistent sort of, it's gone up a little bit, but it's enough that I do it every day. Every morning around 9 a.m. I get my kid ready for school. I drive her to school, come home, and I stream from like 9 a.m. to like 1 p.m. Pacific time. And I love it, man. I play Fortnite and Call of Duty. Sometimes Kevin comes over and we do What's in the Box. Like, Kevin just did the Masters of the Universe for Netflix. So he got like a bunch of new Masters of the Universe.
What's Masters of the Universe?
He-Man. He-Man.
Holy shit, wow.
Yeah, so they did a new, it's called He-Man, Masters of the Universe, He-Man Revelations. It's on Netflix. And
Is it a movie or a series?
It's a cartoon. So there was 5 episodes came out, and another 5 are coming out. So there's 10 episodes total of season 1. And it's awesome. I love it. And I got to play a character in it. I'm only in like 2 scenes, one episode with like 1 scene. So there's like 5 lines of dialogue, but it was awesome. But I play Stinkor.
Nice.
Yeah. So, so he got a bunch of Masters of the Universe toys. He-Man, Castle Grayskull,
I remember
Skeletor, remember?
Sure.
Yeah. And then there was She-Ra and all that stuff. So
is that the Thundercats?
no, so there's Thundercats, but She-Ra was the woman of He-Man, so like came out. I forget her real name.
Nurse.
Yeah, there's a lot of deep, but yeah, it was a cartoon from about the 80s, and now they just redid it or 90s.
Right.
But it is same realm of He-Man, Thundercats, sort of same type. But yeah, so it was also Kevin wrote it and directed it and stuff. So he gets a bunch of toys sent to him. So we opened up all these toys and we did giveaways on Twitch. So it's cool. So I do stuff like that, man. And I honestly, that and Cameo.
Okay.
So I've been doing Cameo. Kevin and I did something for Father's Day. And I didn't want to do it. And then we did it for Father's Day. And then I just left it on. And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my gosh, I got 20 people want cameos. Oh, another 20. And I got to tell you, man, during the pandemic, like deep of the pandemic, Cameo and Twitch was a big help for me. Like keeping in touch with everybody. Like, cause I'm going to Comic Cons usually. Like I do at least 5 comic book conventions, horror conventions, my amusing story stand up at the comedy shows. So I get to see all these people and interact and chill and all. And then with the pandemic, all those got postponed.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the house doing nothing. But luckily I had Twitch and Cameo and stuff, and that was a big help, getting to hang out and interact and see all the peeps and yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it's still fun. I love Twitch and
With Twitch,
yeah.
It's so funny. Like the way I heard you tell the story about the Facebook thing, it's like, man, I got my wife and I got my kid, and really what I want to do is fucking sit on my ass and play video games for hours, and like that was a problem. And then Facebook came along and said, we'll pay you, and now you can sit on your ass and play fucking video games. It's true. And that never would have happened if it was just Twitch.
No,
because
yeah,
with Twitch you got to start from nothing. With no guarantee, when you got to build an audience, you got to make it into something, and you wouldn't have had the built-in excuse or like
no, 100%. It's true. It's true.
With Twitch, do you have to play like PS5 or Xbox, or can you play like Nintendo or
No, you can play anything. Yeah. And
People
some people don't even play video games. They'll sit. You can literally sit here and have Twitch streaming right now and just be talking.
I've thought about that.
Yeah, you really can, because it's live. Yeah, and then you got the comment section. It's cool because you could be like, all right, guys, like we're talking about He-Man. Any He-Man? oh, Joe Bob number 2 wants to know. Yeah, so it's cool because everything's live and yeah, you could do it while you're recording or whatever.
We should probably do it once.
It is.
I
You should
mean-
try it out, dude. I mean, people would love it.
Hey,
All right,
You
we'll
run
try
into
it
an-
out if somebody from Twitch gets a hold of us and helps us set it out.
You run into an inevitable issue
DK.
that like someone's gonna say something that they need edited out. So at the very least, we would have to be like, okay, like
Patreon.
sign a release form, before you go on.
Sure,
Yeah.
you guys. Or we could just do one without a guest too. You
Yeah,
know.
you could do them without a guest. Yeah. And then again, I think there's different sections, so you don't have to be too. I think there's all these things that can ban you from Twitch, but again, it's all the stuff you don't want to talk about anyway, like
Right.
racial, whatever.
Right,
it's
right,
this,
right,
this.
right.
But I mean, for the most part, you curse, do whatever. So I think you guys should try it, and I think DK knows enough. And DK probably even has a contact because I think DK
He has a
is for my
contact
wife.
everywhere.
And, yeah, so
Cool.
I'm telling you, you should check it out, dude. And then it'd be awesome because we could like co-stream too. Like if you're streaming and I'm streaming, we could get on, we could play games together, or we could even co-stream like this. I could come back and we could. And I don't know. You should check it out. It's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
T-Pain was wanting to get on.
T-Pain, dude,
Oh, yeah,
T-Pain's all
T-Pain
about
cleans
Twitch,
up.
man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a meaningful revenue stream, is what I keep hearing.
I mean, see, some of the people on there. I mean, because there's all these other. Yeah, there's different things. I mean, it's. I wonder. I know that some people must have. Like, there's a dude, man, who I swear every time I go on. Again, I've been doing it 2 years, and I'd say I get like, I don't know, 150 to 300 people consistently. And then sometimes someone will raid me and I'll have 1,000 people watching. If
And
Kevin's
these are-
over, I might get 5,000 people. But that's every once in a while. Like consistently, like 200. It's my 250 is my sweet spot. But I'm saying there's some people you watch, man. There's a dude. I don't know why, honestly, personally, but every time I look, I guess he was a YouTuber and he brought his YouTube audience. But he has anywhere from 75,000 to 200,000. Every time he signs on and I look, I go, oh, that dude's on. Oh my God, he has 100,000 people watching him right now. Wow.
Who's the guy?
I don't know how to say his name exactly, but it's QCW something. I can't. It's not even a word, but I guess he's a YouTuber because I mentioned it on my stream. But the dude one of the bigger dudes that has a lot of numbers, he's usually about 40, 50,000. Is Tim the Tap Man? There's a dude,
Okay.
Tim, which I get him though because he's real like loud and he's got tats all over and he's got his thing. But anyway, yeah, some of these guys get 20,000 people. So I mean, again, and as far as you. Here and then I know Ninja, like that dude Ninja, the blue hair. I know he like went at one point and got like a $20 million deal or something to go to the other company, but then they shut down. You know what I'm talking about? It was for Xbox.
Yeah, I don't
That
remember
seems
the
like it would have
company,
been a while
but
back.
Yeah, it was a while back.
Yeah, it
but I'm
was.
just saying, but even for him, but he built himself on Twitch. So I'm saying he was big enough
Right.
on Twitch to get himself a
Right.
deal somewhere else
Right.
for 20, 30, 40 million dollars. I mean, that's how much it can be big. It can-
Yeah,
it can be
it's
real
and it's
big.
fun.
Huge.
Again, I love it. It's fun. I think it's you could do it even on your phone. Sometimes if I don't have my laptop and my desktop at home, because you can, like I said, you can hook up your through a graphics card thing. You can hook up your Xbox, PS4 to a laptop or your Switch. And it's different things, but you can even use your phone and do in real life. IRL.
Right,
they have
right.
sections for everything. Just chatting, IRL. Like when some people get on there, and always there. I guess it was Hot for a Minute hot tub streams, where I guess girls were literally just getting on in the hot tub, like, "Hey everyone, welcome to my Twitch," and it was like a big thing. So people
Right.
would joke and jump on my stream and be like, "Bro, I know what you need is a hot tub stream," And I'm like,
Wow.
but anyway, it is honestly, I can't. I can't rave enough about it. Honestly, I dig it a bunch, and they have like a big Twitch convention
Wow.
that's coming up like next year in October, and anyway, it's fun. You should check it out.
How much are you touring now?
So right now, I'm doing another. Next week, I go to Rhode Island for a comic book convention, and Kevin's gonna be there, and Brian O'Halloran from Clerks, all the Clerks guys. So I did a horror convention. I did a comic book convention in Minnesota last week, and next week's Rhode Island. So this year I've done this will be my third one coming up. As for my amusing stories, I did one in Burbank, Oxnard, San Jose. So again, everything's just starting back up.
Oh, got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Everything's just starting back up for me.
The Levity Live in Oxnard?
Yes, I think that's my next one. I think that's actually
great
coming
club,
up in like
man.
yeah. I have
And I
that
think,
one.
I don't know about Burbank, but the Oxnard and San Jose are linked up together.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, dude,
Brea.
A lot of these are seem to
if
do
you're
that,
doing
yeah.
it, Brea is part of that program.
Yeah.
I think like Pittsburgh Improv, a lot of the improvs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think I only have one more show, for this year, comic book and my amusing stories. But next year, right now, we're starting to schedule everything, and it looks like Kevin and I might do like a group touring thing next year. Like a bunch of stuff is starting to come up, and my amusing stories, like all the different comedy venues and stuff were, because again, everything got pushed. I had a bunch of stuff all year, and then all of a sudden they got canceled and pushed and all that. It was such a weird, I'm sure for you guys too, it's like all of a sudden you're going to venue and next week and next month and next week, and then all of a sudden it's like, wait, that got canceled.
It all got canceled all at once.
Yeah, everything got sort of...
Was
And it was
Clerks
a blessing.
3? Oh,
it
sorry.
was a big blessing because like we never would have stopped on our own. We would have been just touring ourselves to death. And then thank God the pandemic forced us to stop touring and just take a break that we needed.
Yeah.
And during that break, we got pretty creative and started doing some new stuff, which has been more like creatively satisfying, more like financially successful. Like we got a lot more
Podcasting and
podcasting started. Yeah, we got
So
a lot
did
more
you-
balance.
Did you set all this up during the pandemic? Did you already
We
have
set-
this band
we-
and then set it up? Or?
Dude, we set this up like right before the pandemic, like right before.
well, what episode is this going to be? Like 75?
This would be like
81 or
81 or 2,
81
yeah.
weeks ago. So
Wow.
But it was
5
like
months,
we
6
were
months.
we shot like
had
2
three
episodes
we had
in
3
person.
episodes in the can, and then
Yeah.
the shutdown
Wow.
came.
But even during the Burt one, episode 2, it was kind of COVID-y
The very,
conversation.
the
no?
very
I thought
first
Bert
one
had
we
COVID. When we
Right,
did it.
right.
The very first episode we did with Tony Hawk, he was like, "Oh, I went to the Oscars because someone in China,
Right,
like,
Parasite
Parasite.
got shut down
Yeah.
because of coronavirus. Yeah,
Because
it was still just
coronavirus.
an over there problem.
Yeah.
Like we weren't even feeling it.
It was like, fuck,
Right.
it only
So it was
shut
just the
down.
timing was impeccable. That
The
like
timing was fucking dope, and yeah, man, like we really like diversified. We got some balance, and now we're back to touring, and we're able to kind of really multitask all the time. It's
and
killer.
this is all this stuff is strapped down. So if you're like, hey, I have a show that's 2 hours away, you guys can jump in this and drive down to your venue, right?
Yeah, I mean everything's pretty strapped down. Yeah,
I love this.
Steve
dude. I'm
lives
telling you,
to
this is
strap
what
things
we
down.
want. I'm telling you, I got to tell Kevin if we go on a full-on tour again, because we had Kevin had bought a bus, but it was so big and it was comfy as hell. But you had to have a driver. You
But
had to find
if it's
parking.
a full on tour, you want the driver because you don't want to be fucking sitting there
That's
having to
true,
drive.
true.
You know,
Yeah.
like I'll take this on like the California run of shows. Like we're gonna have like a run of shows. If it's like in California, even up to like Portland maybe, then yeah. But like if you're full on, like we're getting ready to do a tour bus run. And we're starting in New Orleans, and then like Atlanta, Tennessee, all the way to Colorado, and Arizona, New Mexico, and then we're gonna do that whole run in one shot with the tour bus.
Right.
In November.
In
11th through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
what are the
sure.
dates for
Are you
those?
going with?
Yeah.
And then do you go with too?
I'm
He
going
actually
with
will be.
on that run. Yeah, that'll be
Yeah,
my
we'll
first time.
bring the podcast gear and shit. It'll be fun, dude.
It's gonna be a
now-
lot of
Oh,
fun.
dude, we gotta get a
Question, dude.
wild ride thing for the tour bus just to put it up so that.
Hell yeah.
Personal question: do you live alone in here?
No, I have my fiance and I. We live
Oh, cool,
together.
cool. Okay.
It's
In the
it's
van or in the house?
No, in the house. I'm at the
Yeah.
house. I didn't know
Yeah.
if he lived there because I
No,
saw
I
him
live in
come
the
from
van.
down-
Yeah.
No, I'm just
I love
kidding.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I would totally live it because
Dude,
I'm assuming
I love-
something.
Steve
goes
would
on
live
in
here.
his
This
bed.
turns into a bed.
I knew it.
And
I knew
this
it.
is a second bed that lowers down from the ceiling, so it's like
Ooh-wee.
crazy double like bunk bed deal.
I love it.
It's
Yeah,
so
it's a sweet little
badass,
ride.
dude.
I'm down, bro. I'm gonna sleep in here tonight. If that's oh, I see. It's this part comes
Yeah,
down. I
that
see
yeah,
that.
that lowers down.
And I
dude.
love you got the fan. I can't see without fans. So on my tour, my thing
Yeah.
is stopping at Target. I get somewhere, go to the hotel, then I go to Target. I have to get a fan because I can't sleep without a fan. The noise of it.
Wow.
And I get a couple bath bombs and a candle. And it's
Yeah.
just sort of my routine. Usually a Lego. So if I get bored,
Oh yeah,
I
DK said we need to ask about your Lego
DK
addiction.
said you and DK both have Lego addictions.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I buy like Legos everywhere I go, and then I like start to build them. And sometimes I bring them home, sometimes I don't.
I was Google searching where to park a lot of money, for a safe haven, and they give you a top 10. It was like CDs, savings account, Lego sets, and then it had Costco cards. And I was like, do Lego sets retain their value?
If they're in the box and you don't open them, some of them, but I don't. I mean, I guess a few $100 you could. I guess you could make some money, but again, they would take up space. So, for example, I know that like my buddy bought a set that was like $300. It was like whatever, the Avengers helipad or whatever, and now it's worth like $600. So it's like $300.
But you can't open it, right?
No. And then there's a couple like old school ones. Like there's this one, my favorite is called the Creator Series. It's these like 3-level houses. They have like the bookstore, the corner grocery store, the corner gas station, and they're like 5,000 pieces, and they go for like $150 to $300 each time they come out. But they're like 4 original, which again you won't get now, and that was maybe I don't know how many years ago, but they're worth like $3,000. So again, but those are like 3 that I know off the top of my head that went from 300 to $3,000. But
What do you do on the road once you finish building a set? You
so
take it home with you?
Sometimes I'll give them to someone at one of the conventions, or if I'm at a comedy club with them, I'll give them to someone. Sometimes if I'm half built, I'll like put them in a bag and throw them in my luggage and bring them home and try to finish them off and stuff. But it just sometimes it'll be late at night and I'll just get bored and I don't know. I could zone out and build Legos and enjoy them.
Is that a new thing, or were you always a Lego guy?
Newer, I guess. I would say the last couple of years.
Nice. Okay.
I mean, my man cave I have.
Is a Lego.
I can
cave.
picture your man cave being pretty epic.
It's
Yeah,
really,
dude.
it's packed with stuff to where it's like messy because it's too like I have like a whole computer desk filled with the city of these. Because the other cool thing about those the ones I was talking about is their house is like a bookstore, and then you have the gas station. But what's cool is they have little holes at the bottom, and you snap them together. And what's cool
build a
because
little
each
world.
one has a back and the front, so there's a little back alley with like garbage cans and a little basement doors. And the front will have like a park bench with a street lamp or maybe a tree. But when you connect them together, all the front sidewalk connects together.
Yeah.
So and there's corner ones, so you could connect them all the way in a big city. And so I have like 10 or 15 of them all connected on this one desk. And then over here I have a table that has Star Wars, and I have like a platform with the Death Star, which is, the big Death Stars like
Sure.
this big. And then I have Ewok Village and the, Millennium Falcon and all this. And then over here is like all the random Scooby-Doo castle and anyway.
Dope.
There's a ton of stuff.
Do you create YouTube content, like video? Do you have a channel and stuff?
I have a YouTube channel. I just recently started. I had these guys helping me edit together clips from my Twitch. Like it'll be
Okay.
like my intro and then some clips of me playing games and again, but it's interesting. I find that with Twitch and with YouTube, for me personally, I don't know the recipe. Like I'll see someone on Twitch that like is like, oh my God, I love your stuff, and like be like, follow my
Right.
channel, and he'll have like 50 people watching him.
Right.
8 months later, I'll look, he has 2,000 people watching him.
Right.
And
I
I'm
mean,
like-
I say that because when you describe your man cave with the Ewok Village and the Death Star, I just feel like, man, I want to watch a video about that on you. I want to see that on a YouTube video.
Lego
Yeah.
cribs.
And like you building Legos even.
Yeah,
you know?
I've done a little of that on my Twitch. I've built Legos, and I've also
A
done
time
little
lapse
bit
of like a
my own.
big Lego project,
Yeah.
would be sick.
I mean, I need to do some more different. I need to do different things like that on
Yeah.
my YouTube because mainly it's been like,
Yeah.
again, this sort of the similar.
I think my sensibility would be to let them be different platforms, and that if you're going to take clips from Twitch and then repurpose them for YouTube, I almost feel like that, like it feels like recycling. It feels like that kind of doesn't belong in the one
100%.
place. I think that we've got like a whiteboard downstairs, and we write down ideas for videos that we want to make, and then we're like, okay, what are we going to do next? And like we get excited about them.
Yeah, I gotta start.
And
doing
this
that.
message is for DK. DK, can you get Jason a brand deal for Legos, please?
Yeah, no
Oh, I've been
shit.
asking him for that, man. I think Lego. He had a contact at one point, and when we went to Comic-Con, we did get a couple. It was so awesome because recently I've sent a bunch. I'm trying to clean out my man cave to make room because again everything's piling up. So I've been collecting. I've been going to Comic-Con since '97, and I definitely missed some years when I was a little messed up, whatever. But for the most part, I would say from '97 till like 2 years ago, I went almost every year. Missed 2 years. But I've been collecting a bunch of toys from there. In the last 2012, I had some Lego minifigures, and I never opened them up, and I had some other things. I put them up. I just sold a minifigure in the package for $1,000, another one for $600. So I put them in the store, going, "This is the Muse collection." I had this big glass case with all my toys, Hasbro exclusives, and over the years of Comic Cons and stuff. And I'm like, I don't want to sell them honestly, but I need to make room. But I can't turn down if you guys. I'm gonna upcharge them like $200 more than what they're worth, and people have been buying them, so it's pretty cool. But it's hard because I don't want to sell them. But my point is yeah, like I just keep getting stuff and sending them to the stash, and I've been asking DK about. So like we've got a contact at the Comic Cons we did for a couple years to where they gave me some minifigs and stuff like that. But we could never get the connection. We haven't yet, anyway. He might work it out eventually. But like where they're like, here's one of the big sets. Like they have the Harry Potter Diagon Alley, which I really want, but it's $400. So I haven't bought it yet because after buying like a set here and there, like. Two times in 1 month. My wife's like, you spent $600 on Legos this month. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I won't do it again. So like I've wanted to buy it, but I haven't because, it's nice, but I'm waiting. I'm
So
trying
everybody get on Jason's fucking Twitch and start donating a little bit for the Lego
50
fund.
cents
I think people need to
piece,
tweet
maybe.
at Lego too. Like, how do they not have
Yeah,
a
how's
Clerks
Lego
like
not giving you
convenience
this
store
fucking-
Lego build?
Something else that we
Then you could be a Lego.
Yeah, can you guys
would be
blast
awesome. Yeah,
fucking
dude,
Lego
I
if you guys
mean,
are listening?
Like with Clerks
Jesus.
3 coming out, let's do this.
I
You
don't
know?
want to hear. Like, I'm waiting to buy something that's $400 when I'm sitting here promoting it. For the love of
get
God.
Diagon
Yeah, dude.
Alley.
Tell us what do you have coming out? Like you just did Clerks 3. It's okay to say that.
Yes, Clerks
Okay.
3. So we did Clerks 3. Hopefully, guys, it'll be out around July. Again, nothing's set in stone, but they're saying maybe July of next year. Mainly my twitch.tv/JMuse, my amusing stories. And then again, there's no movies or anything right now set in stone. It's me still, like I send in self-tapes. I've done like a cameo here or there, but nothing's coming out right now. Except
Are you
for
still doing the
Clerks.
cameo now?
The cameo I do, yeah. Like
Okay.
my cameo.
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah.
appearing in movies.
So I do cameo, but my cameo in movies, like I'm saying, I'm still like, I still put in tapes and stuff. But right now, there's no movies or TV shows that I've done that I could say are coming out right as of now. I mean, I'm
Okay.
still trying, but
Now, I have an interesting question. I think with the Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Yeah.
Wasn't the distribution for those films like not traditional? It was like a super independent thing where you guys did that on your own, and in order to like really launch it and promote it, you brought it out on tour where like you were physically there for like special screenings of the film.
we did that with Reboot only. So for Reboot, we did is we shot Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. We got the money, and the way we were paying back the financiers was we set up a tour, and we did Kevin did more, but I forget how many I did, like 42 cities and like 60 screenings, and Kevin did something like 60 cities or something crazy like that. But we toured with it, and we'd show the movie, we'd intro the movie, then we'd show the movie, and then afterwards, Kevin and I would do a Q&A/podcast. But yeah, we did that, and that's how we made most of the money to pay back the financiers. But we didn't do it with Strikes Back, but we did it with Reboot.
Okay.
And then with Clerks 3, it's not the same format, but we still might tour with it. Just because we had such a good time, afterwards we do photo ops with like people and a bunch of different things. It was a lot of fun, honestly.
So that means that you guys own it. You're exploiting it. There's no like studio. There's no corporation. You get the financiers. You pay back the financiers, and then once it's like widely released, then you guys are participating in the profit.
I don't know about that. I don't want to say yes because I don't understand that. I know that the money that we made touring with it went back to that. Not Clerks. Clerks was financed by Lionsgate. Clerks 3.
Gotcha.
But we still might tour with it. That's what I mean. So I think Clerks, I know it's by Lionsgate financed it and is distributing it. But I think they've been talking about possibly what to do with it, just putting it out on screens, but also maybe touring with it. I'm not sure. Again, don't quote me on that because I would not want to say anything. And even with the Reboot, I know what we did, but I don't know like how much of a piece we own, they own, and how all that works. That is,
I think that it would be worth it for you to find out, just for yourself.
Yeah. Well, again, I leave it all to the wife, the boss, the smart one of the bunch. So.
All right. But yeah, I mean, it's great how many different things. You get the movies, you get the Twitch, you get the touring, like all this stuff. And I really think there's a play with Lego. And you're active on social media. You got Instagram and stuff.
Instagram, Twitter, of course, TikTok, all JMuse from everything. Facebook, MEWES.
All right, dude.
Hell
well,
yeah.
fucking let's. I think you gotta pick up your kid.
I
huh?
do. I got to go get my kid from school, and I appreciate being
Dude.
here, honestly. And I would love. And again, really, if this works out and it's not a pain for you to involve
Dude,
me,
I would love it,
I'd
man.
love to be part of that.
For sure.
I'll give you my cell number right
Please
now.
do.
We'll,
Yes.
we'll
Everyone,
link that
his
up.
number is. No, just kidding.
Dude, yeah, seriously,
It's a
man.
pleasure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I thought
hey,
you were like joking
thank-
that I'm giving the phone.
No,
out.
no,
no.
Thank you, and thank you.
Hey,
for
thank
real.
you, brother.
Thank
Right
you.
on.
Yeah, buddy.
So there you have it, folks. And let me tell you that I know I'm in that little live chat right now, still watching with you live chatters. And if you didn't know that, then come on, dude. We're setting every episode to premiere on YouTube. And when it does premiere, it's got a live chat, and I'm in there because I want to make sure that I'm reviewing the episodes so that I will become better at podcasting. Yeah, man, committed to the craft, dude. And I'm enjoying it. It's a wild, wild, wild ride, baby. Come on. Yeah. Hey, everybody, and welcome to a liberating wild ride with Steve-O. Bam Margera is free. To be clear, it was never a conservatorship he was under, but a lot of people say it was, and we're going to get right into what happened with the guardianship, and we're going to get super duper juicy. Plus, I just want to say that I'm thrilled with how great he sounds. I mean, it's like... yeah, this is the third time we talked to Bam, and by far the best one. So everybody, enjoy, and let's get into it. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Bam Margera in the flesh.
Yeah, man.
Dude, you've got the rad distinction of being the very first guest to have a third episode.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, nobody's ever done 3 podcasts with us.
Well, rock and roll. We have a lot to talk about because I basically was pronounced dead on Elvis's birthday, December 8th. Did not know that I had, like, gnarly COVID. My body was shutting down, and I went into 4 seizures, and each one lasting 10 to 20 minutes. And on the 4th one, I bit my tongue so hard, it was like nearly falling off. It got so swollen and puffy it wouldn't fit in my mouth, and I was drinking the infected blood, which gave me pneumonia as well. So when Naveed, the shaman, took me to the hospital, I went in my 5th seizure, and I couldn't breathe without a tube down my throat. So I woke up 5 days later thinking I was there for a couple hours. They're like, dude, you've been here for nearly a week. We tried to take the tube out, and you weren't breathing on your own. So we had to put it... So I spent 8 days in there, and... dude, when they took that tube out, I felt like I sucked on Darth Vader's dick. I had to sip on tea and fucking lozenges all the live long day.
You don't remember anything while you were out?
No.
Your heart was stopped?
Yeah.
Did you have a near-death experience?
No, I just blacked out. I didn't have any, like, out-of-body experience. I have before, but not on that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, this was not a secret. This was on TMZ.
Yeah.
Like as soon as it happened.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that for me, seeing Bam's on fucking ventilator, meaning you can't breathe by yourself. You're in. I didn't say that. Beep that. you're in the ICU,
Yeah.
intensive care unit, in critical but stable condition. I'm just thinking, oh my god, like
Yeah.
this is it. What's terrible is that my first legitimate thought was, fucking Bam better not die, dude. He's gonna ruin my tour. He's gonna ruin everything.
Yeah, people didn't like that on the comments.
Yeah, the amount of
They
negative
like that.
comments
They
were
were like,
insane.
that Steve was thinking about his tour.
What a selfish prick.
I mean, whatever, dude.
But he's saying it to Bam's face, and Bam would probably be like, yeah. I mean, I would say the same thing. About
I
that
mean,
tour.
so you guys really look at the comments.
Oh, dude,
Well, just on
read
the Zach
deep.
one, because I read the first Zach podcast, and I was like, Jesus, dude, these people are going hard. And then everyone was going, so that was one of the things on the Zach one.
Right, okay. Well, I said it to Bam, and yeah, I'm kind of being fun and being funny.
For sure.
Like, there's an element of truth to it, but, like, whatever. The most important thing is that Bam's not dead.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's important. I used to be an EMT. It's slightly important. I used to be an EMT, and one of the stats that they gave us was when somebody has a seizure, every 1 minute of seizing, you lose the same amount of oxygenated blood as running a marathon.
Oh yeah.
So like when somebody has a seizure for like a minute and then they're like doing the 1,000-yard stare afterwards, like because they're dead fucking exhausted.
Yeah, man. I just like drink molasses to coat my throat. I sounded like you for like a good 8 How did you get the voice to sound like you sucked on Darth Vader's dick? Was it swallowing that fucking goldfish?
I don't know.
Or maybe
man.
all those senior week parties that you got paid for back in the day. Everybody,
I just suck
bashing-
at talking.
and your thing was bashing beer
I
over your
know.
head and then drinking it, rocking the Slayer.
Dude, it turns out hitting yourself in the head is not good for you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
Or
think?
welcome yourself to every town in England and then getting choked out and passed out until you got knocked out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Getting-
what on tour?
that was when I was on tour with Dunn.
Welcome to Brighton, England. Go. Welcome to Bristol, England. Go.
Do you remember were you choked out by Gene LaBelle in the
Yeah.
first movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all were. That was intense.
They said it was too dark to put on TV
Yeah.
just because, like,
But
you
Dunn,
basically, like, died and then came back and then you're just like, whoa, what just happened? They're like, this is too dark to put on TV.
right, even in the movie.
And when Gene LaBelle does it real quick, that's his
so
deal.
fast. He gets you unconscious so fast. And yeah, they didn't want to use the footage, but having had the experience, Ryan Dunn felt totally qualified to just go around choking people unconscious himself. It made me so uncomfortable. We were on tour and he would be like to the audience, who wants to come on stage and get choked out? And I'd be like, no, dude, Dunn, don't do this. This is awful. This is awful. Don't do it. And he would just do it and do it. And then one day I was just awake for enough days in a row on drugs. I was like, okay, dude, I want this footage. Done. Choke me out. Then choke me out again. Again. 6 times in one day.
Wow.
When you were in your drug heyday, didn't you have like 3 to 4 apartments down on Martel in Hollywood? One was a complete skate park, one was filled with vodka and grapefruits, and then the other one was like a fuck pad.
No grapefruit, dude. Vodka and Budweiser.
Yeah, I saw footage of you there one time when you were trying to sleep. But do you remember that
Oh,
footage?
yeah.
And you were like, nah, just let me go to bed. And like they're pulling your pants down.
Yeah.
Yeah, where we stripped you, Nick. I don't know if we ever did anything with that footage, man. We've got a lot of footage. We're gonna make a video of Steve-O and Bam's craziest moments together, like all time. That's gonna be epic.
That's
now,
gonna be a banger.
And speaking of posting footage, you posted footage of you in this can't breathe situation right before you went to the hospital.
Yeah.
And then I think you deleted it.
Yeah, somebody made me delete it just because they thought that it was happening at that moment when it was like 8 days before. So I didn't know that
Right,
somebody
right.
was filming it. I was like, you know what? This should just be documented in case there's going to be some kind of documentary in the future. Because I always get my phone stolen or whatever, and then I completely lose all the footage. And, like we said, they wouldn't let the Gene LaBelle shit on TV,
Right.
but how come they could let my X-rayed little mini hard dick in February, my 2-inch
Yeah.
hose be shown without an issue?
Right. Yeah, it was
When I
very
broke my
graphic.
tailbone, I got an X-ray at the hospital. You could see my dick plain as day in the coldness of February, and they had no problem putting that out there.
Yep, as long as it's an X-ray. So I think this might be a little bit controversial and exciting. That as we spoke about the last time we had you on the podcast, which was over Zoom, you were talking about how you don't have access to your official Bam Margera Instagram account. That you've got to send stuff to another person, and
Yeah.
then they've got to like approve it, and then they'll post it. But perhaps because you were frustrated by that dynamic, you went ahead and opened up a new Instagram account. And it
Well, it was because if I can't have access to my Instagram, then I can't follow my friends and see new skate tricks or see what anybody's up
Right.
to. So I had to start a new one and just hit follow on everybody who I used to be following.
Yeah.
And then slowly I just started posting photos, and then people just started like catching wind that I have like another one as well.
I think that this will get you a lot of followers on Instagram. And in the past with your Instagram, it's been like, oh boy, like Bam's on one, and you'd be like posting some, and there's been a little bit of that with the new Instagram account, but not a lot. And like my view on it is that, I think there's something really meaningful about knowing that it's coming directly from you.
Yeah. Well, I just have an issue with Instagram because everybody who posts, it's always like me and my friend at the beach having a blast, me having dinner with my pal having a blast. Everybody's having a blast. How come nobody posts like, this motherfucker cut me off and gave me a fender bender, I want to kick his fucking ass, you know?
Yep.
Like, it's all just, everybody's just so happy all the time, and there's nothing bad at all.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people take that approach. I unapologetically take that approach because I just think it's like a tool for me to entertain people.
Yeah.
You know, like that's my deal. I drive all my different business, you know, initiatives by entertaining people and using that entertainment to draw attention to. So it's like kind of just work for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, do we want to announce what this Instagram account is?
It's just called Captain Cream Stain.
Except the best part of it is that it's misspelled. It says, did you not know that?
What does it say?
It says caption cream stain.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I swear.
No, you're not kidding. It's not Captain Cream Stain?
No, it's not Captain Cream
It's
Stain.
Caption Cream Stain.
Yeah, it's captain would be TAIN, but it's TIAN. Captain.
Captain Cream Stain.
Yeah, which is so
Maybe
much
that's why it was
even better.
available. Everything's taken, everything.
Yeah, wow.
Dude, that is so classic, dude. I'm really
I did not
enjoying.
know. Man.
I'm really enjoying talking to you. Like you are clearly in a good place, man. It's warming my heart. I think we can agree that a warm heart feels good, but not as good as a rock hard boner. And you know what I'm talking about, baby. I'm talking about Blue Chew tablets. If you're not aware of them, let me tell you, they're delicious chewable tablets with the same active ingredient as both Viagra and Cialis, but they only cost a fraction of the price. And if you've ever wondered, does taking a Blue Chew tablet mean having a really good time and enjoying yourself sexually? The answer is yes. And I've proven that time and time again, which is why I'm so happy to deliver to you this incredible deal from Blue Chew, which is if you go to bluechew.com and use the promo code STEVO, you could get an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets for free. You just pay $5 for shipping. Now, in order to get your prescription, you consult with a medical provider at bluechew.com. Very simple, very easy. You don't have to go to a doctor's office. It's all in one single go. You do that, and an entire month's supply of Blue Chew tablets are on the way to you. You just got to pay $5 for shipping. So if you've ever wondered if it's a good time, I can assure you it is. And jump on this deal right now by going to bluechew.com and using the promo code STEVO. Now, let's get back to it.
Well, when I got out of treatment, I was like looking really forward to living near the shaman who was making me hike 5 a.m., 5 miles up a mountain, sometimes 8. And I lost 30 pounds in 20 days. And, you know, we would do these ceremonies and shit. But he said that the house connecting to his house was available. And I'm like, this is perfect. So it's pretty much an Escondido in the middle of nowhere. But it's around a lot of skaters, like the Dern brothers is close
Chris
to Hawks
Cole.
House, Chris Cole, yeah, Colin McKay, Danny Way. So, you know, I could always visit them. And I actually haven't skated yet because I hyperextended my elbow with the bone sticking out. My arm is still crooked and I broke my wrist for the 15th time. So I haven't been like ready to skate yet.
Was that the video that you posted where you broke it?
Yeah, and it was just a 4-foot mini ramp, but some little shit ass waxed the half pipe coping like a fucking Eskimo iceberg. And of course, like an idiot, I don't practice and do a couple 50-50s or fakie rocks first. I just dropped in right to a pop, shove it, tail stall to revert. When I revert, it slipped out so bad I went and like all my weight went on my elbow and it bent back the wrong way. And then of course my wrist got broken for the 15th time as well. So my wrist was in the shape of an S and then the bone was sticking out of my hyperextended elbow as I'm trying to make it to the hospital. They had to give me propofol, the shit that killed Michael Jackson, to kill the pain.
Was that in Florida?
Yeah.
I think that was on TMZ too. That's been a while since then.
Yeah.
And I mean, whatever, dude. Like skateboarding, it's our love, like, but it's such a.
Well, I also noticed that if you're any kind of overweight whatsoever, even if it's 5 to 10 pounds, I mean, Picture trying to kickflip a pyramid that you could do first try holding two 10-pound weights. It's going to take you 30 to 50 tries as you throw your board and get frustrated. So I don't want to begin doing that again until I'm up to par. The shaman said when he's done with me, because I committed to 90 days with him, he said, I'm going to look like a Greek statue. So I'm like, all right, then I'll be ready to skate.
Cool, man.
Because I don't want to be any kind of top heavy off balance, which is what the doctor in treatment said. He said, if you're any kind of depressed, are you depressed? I'm like, if I am any kind of depressed, it's because I'm top heavy and I can't balance on a skateboard how I used to, and it's very frustrating. Then I'm like eating salads in there and either staying the same or gaining weight, and I was like, that's it. Then I type in Zyprexa, Depakote, and all the other bullshit that I was on, and it all said #1 weight gaining pill. I'm like, Doc, why would you give me this? He's like, well, it's antidepressant. I'm like, but if I keep getting fatter, I'm going to be more depressed, you fucking EI head.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
It doesn't make sense. It's the dumbest catch-22.
Right.
Well, it's antidepressant. Yeah, but if I keep getting fatter, I'm going to be more depressed.
Right.
So I don't want to take this. And if I don't comply, then I could potentially do another 90 days from not obeying
you're
the
done
doctor's
with that,
I'm
right?
done with it all. I'm not on anything now.
Okay, so the have you seen any of this like outrageous free BAM fucking?
I've heard about it, but I've never watched any of it. Nope.
Where is it? Is it on Reddit? Is it on the comments? Where do people? Where are you seeing it? Just.
If you Google it, I mean, I don't know. I don't even. I'm not even going to point anybody anywhere. But like, I told you what I said on the last episode of this podcast about how like the misconception is that people were taking advantage of you, like stripping of your rights so that they could help themselves to your money. But that did not fucking happen.
Yeah. Well, I can't even tell you honestly what the truth is, because I hear different stories from everybody who I trust, to the point where I don't even know who to trust anymore. You know what I mean? Like.
All right. What's a conflicting account that you're not sure is true?
Just the fact that, well, I mean, I don't know if I want to.
we can evaluate it after. we're not trying to put anything out that you're not comfortable with, but I'm just interested to know what.
Well, I was already on my way to treatment in Sierra Tucson, Arizona, and I decided to have one last hurrah because it was Memorial Day, and I was with Joe DeVito and my brother, and like it's going off the chart, you know. So they're like, "All right, one last night, and then you go in." So I went in. We had one night of fun. The next morning, I got offered to go on this like fun speedboat, and I was like, "I'm doing the speedboat before I go in." They're like, "Nope, you agreed to go in the morning," and I went on the speedboat. Somebody found out and Baker acted me, which means I had to pay $150,000 more. And I tried to get out of that in Arizona, so I went to Florida. And if you say anything wrong in Florida, such as, dude, this guy won't shut the fuck up, he's super annoying, I'm going to kill myself if he doesn't shut up. You're going to kill yourself, hands behind your back. No, I'm just saying he's super annoying. I'm not really going to do that. So is what I said was, I haven't seen my son in 200 days. If he's not on that airplane, I'm going to jump off a building. They're like, put your hands behind your back. I'm like, for what? They're like, you're going to kill yourself. I'm like, I have a movie called Jump Off a Building Before Jackass, and I do just that in the pricker bushes and pools. I didn't kill myself in there. I'm just saying I miss my kid.
Was that the TMZ footage of you at the airport?
I mean, there were a number of episodes, and I think I can help with this. Because you pointed to 150,000.
Yeah.
And that was not a Baker Act situation, as I understand it.
What is a Baker Act?
Baker Act is the same exact thing as 5150.
Okay.
And then there's also a Marchment Act, too, which is even worse, which I had the pleasure to experience.
What is that?
I
Is that like a 5250?
I think they're all equivalent. It's just what different states call it. Marchment Act would be Pennsylvania, and then Baker Act is Florida. 5150 is California.
Yeah.
I'm hip to the psych ward, dude.
It's like the psych ward trading card fucking guy. Like, I got fucking Pittsburgh.
Oh, dude, and then when I went to the psych ward, COVID did not exist. It was all these lazy boy chairs that were literally 1 foot apart from each other, and there was like 60 of them. This old motherfucker just coughing all over me. And I think they were giving us like stale bread with like a piece of ham on it. I didn't eat for 8 days in there, but they were like, the security they had fun causing issues. You know, if there's a dude waiting in line to take a piss and he's 13th in line and he makes it all the way to the front, and then they got into this tiff, he's like, you know what? If you're gonna call me a fucking dickhead piece of shit, you're going in the back of the line, and you're starting. I'm like, dude, you're causing this issue. You should be ashamed of yourself. Then one nutto was jerking off to his own shit, throwing it on the wall. I'm like, I don't belong in here.
When I was in the psych ward, I watched a guy. I watched a guy take a shit on a carpeted hallway and then, like, just plop himself onto it and use his own body to just smear it around into the carpet. It looked like he was breakdancing in his own shit. Like, it was crazy.
See, now these are reasons to get Remarksman Act or have to do another 90 days.
That's
My interventionist knew that I had the money or whatever, and he kept making excuses. The first excuse was I was rocking the same pants for 8 days, and I had 5 days left of 90 days. And he's like, "You've been rocking the same pants for 10 days." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not trying to get any pussy in here. I don't care." They're like, "You're doing another 90 days. Then I threw a cigarette out into a bush. They filmed the cigarette smoking. It wasn't on fire, and they said I could have lit the whole national forest on fire to do another 90 days. These aren't reasons to keep somebody in there. I had to do over a year and 3 months, I think, when I was only supposed to do 90.
I think we can break this down. Again, the original Baker Act, whatever was going on, like, and again, I'm going to point to the 150,000 because I think we're talking about the same thing. The understanding I have was that when you were placed legally under a guardianship, there was the guardianship was essentially for the purposes of forcing you to go to treatment.
Right.
But treatment is not for free. Like, treatment costs a lot of money. So I was told an understanding between the guardian and your family, like specifically April and Phil, that they needed to come up, just in general, like everybody needed to come up with money to pay for you to go to rehab.
And I believe the total of it all was like $660,000.
Exactly.
And
but the first
Lima, the
150
Guardian, paid for most of it. I don't know if it was for her own pocket or having people help. I don't know, but
right.
My mind is boggled from it all.
The first 150 came from your family.
Yeah.
After that, the 150 was gone, and it was gone. Then the money for rehab was coming from the guardian, which is so completely opposite of what people thought was happening, where everybody was helping themselves to your money. In fact, it was the guardian was just sinking hundreds of thousands of dollars keeping you into rehab. That's where I lose the understanding, because I don't understand what incentive there was for the guardian to keep you in rehab, because she was the one paying for it. So that doesn't make sense. But
that's what I'm trying to say.
There's other actors in the picture who seem to clearly be benefiting somehow by keeping you in rehab. Like, oh, that's another 90 days because you flicked a cigarette. That's another 90 days because you're wearing the same band. I don't know what the incentive was for those third-party actors, but clearly they weren't getting into your bank account either. So that's where I get confused.
But is what also confuses me is that treatment is supposed to get you, like, off drugs. So they're like, "What's your issue?" I'm like, "Well, my issue is alcohol and Adderall. I've been prescribed to that for 13 years. Okay, well, we're going to give you Vyvanse, propranolol, bipropion, like 13 different things that make you a zombie." I'm like, I'm on more drugs in here than I was on out in the street.
I remember when I got sober, man. They called me Medicine Boy in my rehab, because like it looked like a bowl of cereal. It looked like Lucky Charms or some shit.
Do you remember what you were on when you were in there?
I remember Depakote being one
Me
of
too.
them.
I was on that.
What does that do?
I mean, like it would make me a zombie. Like I would be like in groups and I'd be like nodding off.
But then there was these side effects of, like, you know,
And it made me
so let's say
super fat.
Depakote might give you diarrhea. Now you have to take a pill to not give you diarrhea, but then the side effect of that pill is that you get headaches, and then you have to take another pill to get rid of the headache. So you're constantly just taking more and more shit to get rid of the side effects of whatever they're giving you. It's crazy.
Who called you Medicine Boy?
just the other like in the morning you would go into like if you had any meds, you weren't allowed to have your own meds in rehab, so you would go into like the rehab office and like sign out like what your meds were. And so there would be like a line of people getting ready to take their meds, and the people in the line would see what I was taking in the morning, and they would be like, holy God, Medicine Boy. How do you know, like it was like a meal of I don't get it.
You want breakfast? Like, no, I'm full,
and dude, I put on all kinds of weight.
Was it a long process getting off of all that?
You know what? Like, you're supposed to really pay attention to like weaning off. Like, it was a combination of like legitimately just forgetting to take my meds. Once I got out of rehab and I was in sober living, then I took possession of all the meds, and it was me having to remember, and sometimes I wouldn't remember. Plus, I didn't fucking want to be on these
For
meds.
sure.
And when you're in there, you could slowly watch your friends or new people come in over time, them slowly or quickly gain weight. I had a roommate named Big Ben, and he was like over 500 pounds, and I was like, so how'd you get that weight? Well, he's like, well, I've been here for over a year, and I came in at only like 310. I'm like, so you gained nearly 200 pounds in here? Motherfucker died in his sleep from a heart attack.
Oh, really?
While you were there?
Yeah, he would just sleep all day, not make it to class, and then when he would wake up, he would smoke a bunch of cigarettes and then just eat like a full-blown, you know those Cracker Barrel like cheese bricks?
Oh,
He would just put that on like a hoagie roll and melt it in the fucking microwave and just house that son of a bitch. I'm like, dude, you're so unhealthy. But yeah, everybody in there, they all like just slowly gain weight. It's like, damn, I remember when you were here fucking 3 months ago, you were not 20 pounds heavier.
Right. Hey man, you don't have to be in rehab for your weight to fluctuate. Mine goes up and down all the time, and so does my health. But one thing that helps me really keep consistent is AG1 from Athletic Greens. AG1 is the most comprehensive, convenient nutrition supplement you can get. It's everything you need. Plus, it's totally delicious. And the reason why it's so good is because it's loaded with 75 different vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced superfoods, probiotics, adaptogens. I mean, the amount of awesome good stuff that they pile into this delicious powder, which you mix in with a pint of water in the morning, it fills in all of the gaps in your diet. It's totally delicious. And it helps with your gut health, your cognitive health, all of these great things on top of all of the nutrition you need. I'm telling you. AG1 from Athletic Greens is what I stand by. It's the most healthy part of my life, arguably. And if you go to athleticgreens.com/Stevo, they're going to give you 5 travel packs with the comprehensive, convenient daily nutrition I'm talking about, and a full year's supply of immune-boosting vitamin D. With your first order, that is if you go to athleticgreens.com/Stevo. Again, I swear by it. It's delicious. It makes me feel good about my diet, no matter how bad my diet might be. So jump on that deal, athleticgreens.com/Stevo, and let's get back to it.
You know, so.
But, I mean, I don't even know if I benefited or not. I do know that I was bouncing around rehabs and psych wards for 6 months, and then I went into just like a halfway house sober living. And that was the 6-month mark, and I just forgot to take meds. I didn't want to take meds. I just stopped cold turkey, and I got away with it.
Did you have any side effects from that?
From stopping?
From just stopping
I
cold
don't think
turkey?
so.
No.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you? When was Dancing with the Stars?
That was right when I turned 1 year sober.
So from 6 months to 1 year, you know.
I was just off the radar, man. Like I put down the cameras. I just hunkered down and made.
Was it like a mental health decision? Like were you kind of like in a dark place, or were you just kind of focusing on stuff and happy?
I just needed to focus on nothing but staying sober and recovery, and I knew that.
Yeah.
Dude, at one point I was on so many pills at once that my thing was I would wake up around 3 a.m., sleepwalk till I knocked myself out, like fainting or whatever, and an ambulance would come. They'd take me to the hospital, check my head, do an MRI CAT scan, realize that I'm A-okay. The very next night, same thing, same time, I'd knock myself out sleepwalk. I did this for a week straight, to the point where when I did it the 8th time, I fell down the stairs this time and I re-broke my elbow and wrist, which was already in the cast. And I told them that I really need an ambulance this time. They're like, every time we call an ambulance, they always give the MRI to let you know that you're A-okay. And they would send me the bill, which I found out later was $2,000 each time. So I was like, this time I really have to go. This shit is re-broken again. And that's when I hopped the wall and was running to the emergency room, and then this car of like skaters or whatever, or I don't know who they were, but they've recognized me. They're like, "Ben, what the fuck you doing?" I'm like, "I'm running to the emergency room because I got a broken ass elbow." They're like, "Get in the car." I was like, "Dude, I can't believe in my car. Let us take you to the bar and have a shot." I'm like, "Dude, I haven't drank in a year and a half." And then they're like, "Come on, just one shot." I'm like, "No, man, you gotta take." They're like, "We'll take you to the emergency room if you do one shot with it." I'm like, "Fine, let's do a shot." So I do one shot, which turns into 3 or 4 or whatever. But then I get my x-ray, thank God, because that was proof of. But anyway, the cops got me. They checked my breath. I had alcohol in it, which got me Baker-acted again. I had to go to the fucking loony bin once again.
Was this when you were in Florida? Like, you went to there was like a sports bar, and then there was like a strip club, and then there was like just these weird. I don't want to like say like methy looking people, but like.
I met them that day. I don't know. But they were like, "Ben, we got your back. We're best friends." All this shit. Somebody filmed me do some ketamine that they had on the thing. They posted that shit the very next day. Sold it to TMZ.
I never saw that.
Yeah.
But I saw you like passed out on the bed, and they were like being like just creepy over your passed out body, like just looking really weird and creepy. And it was like very alarming and upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh, that was rough.
That was all on the trip to the hospital. You did ketamine too.
I guess when they go to their local bar and then we go to the strip. Well, we went to strip club and like
Bar. Can you take me to the hospital? Yeah, well, hold on.
And we were there. We were at the strip club at like high noon, so there was like nothing.
There was the B team.
The B team was there, exactly.
Yeah. You did ketamine at the strip club?
No, when we went back to one of their houses
Before the hospital. Yeah. Wow.
And the dude was living with his dad, who was like a preacher at a church, and he was just fed up that we were there like midday, just still partying. He was trying to kick us out, but then the kid was saying that it's my house and it's in my name, so if you want to leave, Dad, you can. It was a big fucking disaster.
And you're
mess.
in the K-hole, just like.
Oh yeah, and he's just blasting all kind of Moneybag Yo rap music and shit. His dad's trying
I remember that. I remember there being like.
When did you end up going to the hospital? 4 days later?
Somewhere in the mix, I finally went there and got my x-ray.
You know, what was crazy, too, is that the last podcast we did with Bam, like, we couldn't put it up right away. We recorded it in, like, I forget if it was, like, May, and then it was, like, months later we put out this super old podcast, and in, like, the interim, I think all of this stuff happened.
Yeah.
And, you know, like, where...
Yeah, that would check out.
Yeah, it was kind of counterintuitive. Like what was being discussed on the podcast didn't really line up with the meth team.
Yeah.
So you've been able to see your kid now. Like that's not an issue.
Well, yeah, he's now in Burbank, which is close, but for Christmas and New Year's they went up to San Francisco, so I had to fly there and visit them. But they haven't been home for a month, so.
Home being?
Here, LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I'm in Escondido, so it's like a 2-hour drive, but hopefully they'll be back soon. I still have all of his Christmas presents. I got a Bentley car and a blue Lamborghini car for him to drive, and all this stuff I couldn't fit on the airplane, so it's, what is it? Whatever date it is, I haven't been able to deliver his Christmas presents yet.
It's still the holidays, dude. We're good.
Yeah.
How old is your son?
He's 5 on Christmas. So,
Damn,
yeah.
5.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's like, when is your first memory? It was like 6, right?
Mine was way before that.
Yeah, mine was like 3 or 4.
Yeah, I think I remember like seeing snow for the first time when I was like 2.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, maybe like I vaguely remember 4 or 5, but
I remember I used to hold my breath until I passed out, and I said that.
You too?
And my mom was like, "That's crazy. You remember that because you were like 2 or 3."
Trying to get high before you
I
get
was
any
trying
drugs.
to get high. My gateway drug is oxygen.
Starting young.
Yeah.
What was the timeline from you left Florida and then to now? Like, how long have you been home? Or
When I left Florida, I went right to Vegas to go to that We Are Young festival. And then from there, I came straight to SoCal and just started. I was staying with the Derns looking for a place, and then when the shaman told me that his place was available with the connecting house, then that's when I moved into there. But I had to get the Bentley shipped out here, and I still have the Range Rover that I'm trying to get out here because I gave it to Kerry Getz because he has like 6 kids he's taking care of, and I'm like, dude, the last time I checked, you have this nice ass Porsche, but it's a 2-seater. Like, you know, if you want to use my car, it's just sitting in the driveway. Maybe you could put it up for sale to see if anybody wants to buy it, if the price is right. And he did find somebody, and then he showed me a photo of it all shined up and waxed and nice. I'm like, now I don't want to sell it. Now I want it again.
He better not crash it. There could be beef. How's your relationship with Novak these days?
It's good.
Good.
Yeah.
That makes me really happy.
Yeah.
And you're able to see your son. Are you getting divorced? Well, that was a very personal question that I would only ask a close friend. But here's a question I would ask anybody. Are you still wasting money on overpriced shaving products? Because that's silly. I'm telling you, man. I use shaving products from Harry's, and they're just as good as you can get, man. No gimmicks, nothing that you don't need. And I'm telling you, I love them, and they've got the best deal ever. Their deal just got better and better. I'm talking about the Truman shaving kit. This is going to be a 5-blade razor, the weighted ergonomic handle, the travel case to protect the blades, the shaving foam gel. They're going to give you all of that for $3. Jump on it. I've only shaved with Harry's for years now. I love it. You're going to love it too. And jump on this deal immediately at harrys.com/Stevo. One more time, it's the Truman shaving kit. Everything you need in the fanciest box yet with colorful razors. Man, for $3, dude, I don't know what you're doing here. Get over to harrys.com/Stevo. Now, let's get back to it. You're like, there's this weird...
It's just, the issue was, I was like, Nikki, when I get out of Florida, I will move anywhere with you except LA, because SoCal is where Sheckler's meetings are. It's where I hike with the shaman, do ceremonies, and all my sober skater friends are there. If I'm in LA, it could trigger a relapse, so I'm not moving there with you. I'll move to any city except there. And then I'm like, oh, so you finally got a place? Well, what town? She's like, Burbank. I'm like, Nikki, that's Los Angeles. I'm like, I'm not moving there with you. So we're just like, I don't know what you want to call it, but
it was weird on TMZ. They said that the Nikki filed something custody related, but not divorce.
Right.
Like she wants to be married, but she wants like a custody of your son.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I'll always hear about, and she'll never let it go, is that when we got into this argument, which was basically about nothing, she has this thing where she answers questions with questions, and she talks in circles, and she beats around the bush. So this went on for 3 hours. Nikki, it would mean a lot to Danny Way if you come to his going away party, because he's moving to Hawaii for good. Well, I'd love to go. All right, cool, let's go. Well, I'm not going to let Phoenix sleep on some cold wooden ass floor. All right, well, then don't go. Well, I'd love to go. All right, cool, let's go. Well, I'm not going to let Phoenix sleep on some cold wooden ass floor. Then don't go. Well, I'd love to go. Well, then let's go. We did this shit for 3 hours till I punched out a mirror in front of Phoenix at the age of 3.5 or some shit and stormed off and went to the party without her. So because of that, that's when she was like, I'm filing for custody and blah, 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 blah.
I think that if we were to be like fair, there's been enough like kind of like alarming stuff that's shown up on Instagram, TMZ and stuff that there's I think a pretty valid argument for being concerned about what happens around Phoenix. I mean, dude, and I feel for you so much, man. Like I want so much for you to just get good,
right?
And have there be no.
And when I was constantly living with him and her, I took advantage of that. You know, like I would want to go out elsewhere and hang out with friends and whatever. But now that I'm not living with him, all I want to do is play with him, watch cartoons with him, and, you know, spend quality time with him. And she always rubs it in my face like, well, you didn't want to do that when you had the ability to do that. I'm like, yeah, but I had to do a 1.5 years of not seeing him in Florida. And I realized that he is everything to me. And that's all I want to do. Like, it's like, would you realize how much time do you want me to do? If I did 10 years of treatment, that's still not good enough to you, apparently. Like,
I mean, there's really two sides of it, and you know, because I follow Caption Cream Stain, I'm able to see more of you with Phoenix. You know, I Caption. You know, I'm able to see more of you with Phoenix, and it warms my heart. You know, like I think you should be with Phoenix. Like I love that you care about being with him. I love how much you love him. I also see from the other side that if I'm Nikki and there's like any one of these crazy meltdowns, which arguably could happen. If there's some crazy meltdown, like a rerun of situations that we've seen you in the past, then if I'm Nikki, that happens. I'm worried about Child Protective Services coming and taking Phoenix away from me because Phoenix was exposed to that. So what that tells me is that we need to get you a track record for being a responsible, like healthy, clean and sober guy.
Yeah. And not that it's like something that has to be done, but when I do see him, I always bring somebody like the Shaman or Jacasso or Beaver Fleming or somebody that Nikki trusts that is around me to, if anything did happen, they would be able to, there's this thing that only Danny Way and the Shaman can do is they say the word ooga booga and I just shut my mouth, behave, and do exactly what they say, and I can only speak if spoken to. Bam, ooga booga. I like that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's a start.
How long have you been at the Shamans for? And because you said you're doing 90 there. Do you have a plan for after? You want to stay there longer?
Possibility. I mean, the house is owned by his Iranian friend named Yahya, and he went and found a different place just because Naveed, the Shaman, said there's like a really important person coming that committed to 90 days, and the only way that this is going to work is because you can't drive a mile down the street at 5 a.m., knock on the door. Like, timing is everything with him. When it's 5 o'clock, boom, 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 it's time to hike, let's go.
Yeah.
So it would not work if we weren't living together. It just wouldn't. I could already see that from a mile away. So we painted his whole garage, bought a sauna, an ice bath, and a hot tub, and all this stuff. So, we got the whole setup going on right now. It's pretty dope.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
How cold is the ice bath?
Well, we just got it all, and he's now building like a frame around it, like a wooden frame. But
Scott does that
I
every
bought
day.
that. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just bought a sauna.
Yeah.
An ice bath and a jacuzzi.
So the only thing we've done so far is the jacuzzi and sauna. The ice bath is still getting built.
It's the best sleep I've ever had in my life.
Oh yeah, but man, it's hard to get the fucking.
It's hard to get. You just got to get in there. Mine goes to 33 degrees, and so like you get in there, but I can do like 2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to get Steve in there.
Dude, I'm scared, man.
It's the best, dude. It's like a natural high.
Naveed will take me to sometimes when we don't hike, if my legs are too sore, we'll go right to Encinitas at 5 a.m. when it's like still dark out. And he just gets right in the water and chills in there for like 20 to 30 minutes. I go in for like a second. I'm like, all right, I'm wet. And then I run back out. I'm like, how do you have the tolerance to do that?
How much longer do you have in the Shamans?
Probably about 70 more days or something like that.
70.
Yeah.
Cool. Are you going to be able to like break out for a week and come on tour?
Yeah, I'm sure if it's a week, I could do that. I just know that when I was in the hospital for 8 days, he's like, dude, we got to get you like seriously healthy. You need to like sign a contract with me that you're going to commit to it. I'm like, yeah, all right. So
I back that.
Yeah.
So Naveed came up with a wellness agreement?
Yeah. one that actually is one that I'm not set up to fail.
Right.
Yeah, are you going to be able to dip out for a day and do like an autograph signing with Steve?
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm. That'd be cool.
I mean, we'll be able to do that down south, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, dude, I love it, man, and I'm rooting for you so much, dude.
I mean, there's always good seeing you come by the warehouse, dude. Like, we like having you down south.
Yeah. Yeah. I like just the whole SoCal vibe. There's so many people always up to something. I've been hanging out with your buddy Zeke. The only one that could do a kickflip on a surfboard, by the way.
That's
finger flip.
Oh, is it finger flip?
Yeah. He does like Superman finger flips. There are people who do kick flips on surfboards, but I don't know that Zeke does that. He does finger flip. He's so rad, dude.
I can't even stand up on a surfboard. I've tried over a dozen times now.
You know what it is?
I can't paddle hard enough, and I always get skipped by the wave or get pounded by it, and I'm never in the right spot.
Dude, I used to surf all the time, and then there was like a 6-year period where I couldn't stand up, and it was my belly. And then all of a sudden I dropped like 30 pounds, and we were at the wave pool in Waco, and I was getting up on every wave. I'm like, I just couldn't stand up with my belly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I'm in the water for too long, even with the wetsuit on, my
cramp?
fingers cramp up. Was it carpal tunnel or something? I don't know what it is, but they cramp up and I can't move them, and it gets really painful.
Yeah, fuck. It's just cold water.
Yeah.
It's just cold. So yeah, we've got tour dates coming up.
Well, you better act quick because.
Oh, dude, we're gonna surf this river in
Bend.
Oregon, Bend, Oregon.
Oh,
that
yeah?
might be fun.
That's
Dude,
where
I'm stoked. I'm stoked. We were supposed to try to
You're
bring you
gonna
on
surf
tour.
it?
Yeah, it's like a.
Because I kayaked down one. It was gnarly but fun. I did it with Steve Fisher, the pro. That was right before we were going off the 101-foot waterfall, Malaco Falls.
You did that?
Oh yeah, it was terrifying.
The 101 foot?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yep.
I'll be super stoked. I think it'll be really like just healthy.
Yeah.
Like to come out to we'll get you some stage time and really work on your act.
Yeah.
I think that like I can't write your comedy for you, but I really think you should frame start by kind of giving some context, like who you are, like,
Right.
and if you say, hey, everybody, I'm Bam Margera. I'm the Britney Spears of Jackass. Like, I just think that, I just think that that's kind of fucking hilarious. Like, people, and just get into it, like, I think that for your comedy, it makes sense to dive right into the juicy shit.
Yeah.
I think that by like owning up, like what a train wreck it turned into at times.
What is funny is when she shaved her head and then had to get a guardian and was throwing the umbrella at the paparazzi. I had an artist at my house saying, I'll paint you whatever on your garage door or in your skate park. I'm like, I want Britney Spears at her worst moment with the shaved head and the umbrella. So he painted this big, massive thing in the skate park of that. Only to find out that what comes around goes around, and karma bit me straight in the ass because the same fucking thing happened to me with the guardian and everything. And I'm like, man.
Yeah, talk about your trip to the hospital. That's,
Well, I mean, which one? There's many of them.
Right.
The one where you did ketamine before you went.
Yeah, well, I mean, dude, the psych ward, I visited you. We went to when you were in the psych ward.
Yep.
And I've been to the overwhelming majority of the rehabs that you were in to visit you there, too.
And I've been to some, like, fancy ones and some, like, gnarly ones with some nutto people. I almost miss the nutto people because the fancy ones, there's nothing really to talk about and everybody behaves himself. Like, I almost miss my roommate, Kyle, who would just be like, the first thing he says to me is, Bam, you from Philadelphia? Yeah. You know Newark, Delaware? I'm like, yeah, it's 15 minutes from me. You know that 7-Eleven? I don't know. Maybe. I used to ride my bike past there. I'm like, great story, Kyle. Can you tell me that one again? Oh, my God. Then I'm on the phone with Yellow Wolf. I'm like, so we're going to ship the T-shirts to Nashville, and then what we're going to do is we're going to, yo, Bam. I'm like, what, Kyle? He's like, have you ever seen that movie Nutty Professor? I'm like, I don't know, maybe, why? He's like, have you ever seen that one funny part with that one funny character? I forget what character, but what he said was hilarious. I'm like, great fucking story, Kyle. Can you tell me that one again? But now that he's gone and he's not my roommate anymore, I fucking miss his ass.
Yeah. Rehabs really are, like, some are fancy and some are dumps. And, like the way that they work is exactly the same way as a gym. Some gyms are like expensive for the membership. They're super fancy, like beautiful people. And some gyms are just dumps.
Yeah.
And like one is not better than the other. Like any gym is as good as the work that you put in the gym.
Exactly.
And so like you can get sober in a dumpy ass rehab.
Yeah.
You can get, it's just a question of if you do the work of recovery.
Yeah.
Did you quit smoking?
No.
No, but I did for about 2 weeks just because my throat couldn't handle from that pipe being down there.
Well, because at the last podcast we did, you had to step out halfway through and smoke a cigarette, but this one, you had...
Yeah.
He's fighting through it.
You seem calm.
Yeah.
Dude,
You're not
you
like
seem
bouncing.
great, man.
Yeah, you're
I'm
not
really,
bouncing your foot or anything like that.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm really, really, like, I mean this, dude. I'm really stoked on like, how you are now.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking rad, dude. Do we... I don't want to leave anything else, man. This is an exciting thing. Like, having Bam in the van, it's pretty rad.
Well, I saw the Wee Man versus Steve-O skate thing. Maybe when dude, these hikes are gnarly. Like I step on the scale and then I do the hike. I'll come back and drop like a bunch of like 3 pounds sometimes,
Yeah.
And but yeah, we should have a
skate battle. Skate battle.
Steve-O versus Bam skate off.
Versus Bam, like
Banger.
I think that's a huge banger.
Yeah.
That's what we should talk about is like strategizing some YouTube content.
Yeah.
You know, like it's such an opportunity for you to just build a huge business empire by creating content.
Yeah.
Like if I were you, I would be less concerned about really trying to push the boundaries of skateboarding.
Yeah.
And more concerned about developing the art of storytelling.
Yeah.
You know, and really letting your audience, your fan base, sort of join you on your journey of where you're actually at.
Yeah.
You know?
And like when I was living in Estonia for a year, I didn't skate one bit, and then it got so dark in the wintertime, the sun comes up from about maybe 10 a.m. and then gets dark at around 2, and it's always dark, and sometimes I would sleep through the daytime. I was so depressed. I'm like, I'm going straight to Barcelona, I'm living with Winkle, and I'm going to start skating again. And when I was skating every day, I learned every trick back, and I was starting to learn new shit, but always is what happens is I twist my ankle or some shit, and then I'm out again, and then I have to relearn everything. It's so frustrating.
I was
at the level of like, I've learned all my tricks back, I'm on point, I'm on balance, now I can start to learn new shit again. Sure enough, I twist my ankle, and then that's that.
I would urge you to be very careful about tying your happiness, your self-esteem, you know, like your mental health to your ability to skateboard.
Yeah.
You know, because being realistic, like, dude, we're old.
Oh,
You
dude,
know,
and slamming hard. I was just at the barracks yesterday.
Right.
This motherfucker slammed so hard. He missed his whole board on the 12-stair rail. His feet landed on the rail, and he just went right to his face and chest. I would have been like, dude, I would have been out for a month from that. He just sat there for a minute like, oh, and then he got back up and started trying it again. I'm like, dude, if that was me, I would have been out for like Tony Hawk. He ripped his
his femur.
Yeah,
He snapped his
he's been
shin.
in a cane for months now.
Yeah, he just had rehab surgery. But yeah, skateboarding's a young man's game.
Yeah.
And let's look at how much more you are than a skateboarder.
Yeah.
You're way more than a skateboarder. Like, you are a musician, dude. I cannot say enough about how epic your Eavesdroppers album was. Like that, I love it so much.
Thanks.
And you have an absolute music career. There's no question about that. You're a movie director. You're a music video director. Like when Jackass started, I was so just jealous of you. I was like, man, Bam has this charisma. He's got this personality that he can make a video. He can make. You were able to make footage completely hilarious, completely awesome, without having to really do anything.
What happened was, when I was younger, anytime I would set a goal, even if it was a gnarly goal, it would always get accomplished before the deadline of what was in my head. I'm like, after a while, I'm looking at all these sports cars in the driveway, like 12 of them, and I'm like, I got to cover Transworld, got to cover Slap, got to cover Thrasher, got to cover... I have no more fucking goals.
Wow.
I'm just going to go to the college town in Westchester and just party my ass off. Until I just stopped caring. I got a tattoo called Professional Pile of Shit on my hand. And for a little while, my goal was for me to black out and have my friends tell me what I did that day.
All right.
And I thought it was funny until I was editing myself, thinking that I'm getting gold. I'm like, oh, I got gold last night. Yeah, I can't wait to edit it. I'm like, oh my God, I just told this dude the same story 4 times, and he's so fed up with it. Yo, did I ever tell you the time when bro? Yeah, you did 3 times already, man. Well, let me tell you it again. Like, this is not gold footage. I need to stop.
Right. I mean, dude, I know that inside of you is the most creative, capable, motivated, just completely rad artist. Like, you don't have to ride a skateboard like at a professional level to be successful in business, to be successful as a father. Like, both of us have decades of footage of stories to tell, of videos to make. And I just really, and dude, anything that I can do to help you to produce content, to just find like a rhythm in the way forward, where you can be thriving Like, I mean, dude, the potential you have to thrive in the digital world with the YouTube and with the rest of it, and to build businesses, which all of the digital content drives. You know, like there's a million businesses that you could be starting. There's a million like videos you could be making, and I just want you to kill it, and I want to help you kill it, and I think that we could probably just wrap this up right now and go and draw on the whiteboard and figure out what the next move is.
Well, rock and roll.
Yeah, dude, I love you, brother.
I love you too.
Dude, you look good, man.
Thanks.
I don't know about you, but that left me feeling really good. I think that was by far the best BAM episode of the 3, and you know, I feel a lot better about that than the fact that our last week's episode, the first ever Wild Ride episode with no guest, which was super juicy, got age restricted on YouTube. Oof. Because when I was going on that gnarly rant about the death penalty, I might have overused the F word. Apparently I said the F word so many times in a short little space that you got to be 18 years or older signed into your YouTube account to consume it. So if you didn't see last week's episode, go ahead and click right here. Yeah, dude. Because, man, that one was killer, dude. It was killer. Yeah, and we'll see you next week. We got some crazy stuff coming up. Wild Ride's going to get real wild.